There it is. We're live.
We are live, huh? Oh, I see a live stream going on. Oh,
There
hey,
it is.
hey. Why, hello, football absurdists. I'm your host. Give me 1 second here. I gotta mute the live stream. I actually want to have it open so I can actually see when people are talking. Well, hey, I'm your host, Waleed Ismail. Evan's actually your host. I'm your co-host, but I said that, and in about 55 seconds, we have a 12-man auction that's going to go live. I feel like this is mostly Discord people. Let me know. And hey, there's one of our partners at Football Absurdity, Tony Martin, in the group chats.
Oh, let me
He's
deputize
going to be
him.
making sure you guys stay in line. What was that, Evan?
I'm gonna deputize him.
Deputize him. Oh, Tony Martin is getting deputized before your eyes. This is a football absurdity moment. I believe like Evan will take out like a sword and knight him. I believe that is the technical process of how this works. I don't understand the internet well, so I could be wrong.
Tony
This
Martin is
auction
now a
starting in
moderator, so try
12
pushing buttons.
seconds. But guys, okay, so we're gonna go through a 12-man auction. We're gonna go through mock auctions. I've started to see like our Discord starting to pick up. I mean, we're a couple of days from August, so people are really starting to get into their fantasy football research. Football absurdity we are the best when it comes to. It says a mock snake on my screen, Evan. I feel like it should not say that because this is not a mock snake. This is going to be an auction draft. Do you see what I'm saying? Where it says 12 team 1 QE HPPR mock snake when it is a mock auction.
I think that's
There
just
we go.
the edibles talking, man, because it looks like auction to me.
Yeah, oh wow. Really? You're gonna gaslight the guy who just took weed? That's just unfair. I don't like this at all. I feel like I'm being attacked here, mainly because, and I know this attack is coming because yesterday I had a way better auction draft than Evan did. Like, I had the best draft in ever, I think. Although Freeman had a good one, too. Like,
Freeman had the
I
best
like my
one.
bench better, but also you guys, I think you guys don't understand how much I love the receivers this year. So, well, I'm going to be nominating first, guys, and my first nomination is going to continue to be Austin Eckler because there's no chance I'm ever going to get him. And I do like him, but I'm just trying to get money off the board because my default strategy right now in auction has been, because of the real depth that there is, to just try to take high-priced players off the board and then value shop the rest of the way, because I think you can get some real studs at real good price points if you are patient in auctions. We will see what I do, though. I might... Ooh. I've had an idea here.
Testing the audio.
It's a dangerous idea, though. The problem is, if I announce it, you guys are just going to run up the prices on it, so I can't do that.
To do what?
I was thinking about like saying what my strategy was going to be beforehand, but I feel like leaking that information to a bunch of people who are watching me in this draft might prove problematic. So I'm just going to play it by ear. I'm not going to have a strategy this time. I'm not going to let you motherfuckers get the one up on me.
And I remember now that starting a later auction, one that spawns later, like we did here, means less bots, and that seems to be the truth.
Yeah, I only see one person who's away, and I'm sure they'll show up in a second. Kenny Joseph, isn't that a football player?
I wouldn't know.
You should. Oh, Rhino just vanished too. Unacceptable. But you know what? 10 to 12 is still good data points. And
Yeah,
there's a good chance, hopefully they will show up. Because I saw him here a second ago, so he could have just stepped away for a second, maybe
Or switch to his
refreshing
phone.
a browser.
Switch devices is what does it for me.
Yeah. That happens occasionally. And now, this draft is starting, and I am nominating Austin Eckler, and someone's going to auto-bite him for $50 because that's what these bots do. Sorry, Rhino. You step away for a second, I will throw a grenade on you. Drew's saving Rhino from himself. I'm happy to take out Austin Eckler for $50, over 50, just because. And that's the thing is, I know that there's like a 1% chance that I'll get him at a discount if he goes late enough. It seems so unlikely, it's just not worth waiting for me. and I can't take him above $50. 28 years old. I do like the offense he's going to be in, but his target share in the receiving game, his age, it just feels like a risk. So I let him go. For $65. Why the fuck not? All right. I won't take him for 67. Going almost 70 on a player is insane. But if we really just look at the last 3 years of Justin Jefferson, is there any reason not to try to get him on your team wherever you can? I don't think 65 is that ridiculous. Receivers don't really have the injury risk that running backs have, and his rookie splits, his career splits are historic.
Bidding 67 for the number 1 overall pick is never that weird.
No, and it's I think I can accept the justification. I won't do it, but at 65, I still look at Justin Jefferson and think, I mean, I'm guaranteed a top 3 player, a guy who consistently produces. Like, he doesn't have bad weeks. He just has good and great weeks. There's something to be said about that level of security. Well, we still got Kenny Joseph is... Really? All right. He's got his team filled up. What does Kenny Joseph have here? Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Austin Eckler. I mean, if you're going to only have $17 left, that's not a bad way to have it.
And then he just bails, which is outlaw.
Huh?
And then he bailed, which I'm fine with.
He was gone the entire time. Oh, no. Maybe he wasn't? Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Jacob bailed.
But there are people who will do that. 31 for T. Higgins. I feel like maybe I should have thrown another dollar on there. But I know I can get him for under 30 a month.
All right, I'm going to push the button.
What button are we pushing here?
On Reddit. Post made. Okay. People will become people from the internet might be coming in here, y'all.
That'd be nice. Paying $30 is too steep for T. Higgins? Really? It doesn't feel that steep.
Feels kind of steep to me.
I mean, I guess when you know it's going to break. Oh!
What the hell just happened?
I'm not paying $72 for Christian McCaffrey.
How the
I mean...
Even for a bot, that leap is jarring.
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit much.
My chair's
I guess he feels good. I feel good. I think he feels good about T. Higgins for 30. Yeah, I'm going to say no to that. Jalen Hurts, 26. Keep him. He'll jump up to 30 by one of these guys, yeah. Bots love Jalen Hurts this year.
It's because he's so robotic and precise.
My problem is that you're paying for his performance from last year.
Hi, board. Sorry you couldn't make this one. In the future, I can give more advance notice, but we kind of wanted to front load this.
I think it'll be easier to make sure we have a bunch of guys from the Discord.
Yeah, in
when
August.
we start doing sleeper ones.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we might have more luck next week.
But I'm glad you're here. And hi, Fatty. Fatty was the one who introduced me to auction 17 years ago. And he and I, every year in our big money league, take turns kicking each other in the balls for an extended period of time.
Good God! $71 for Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase went for more than Justin Jefferson.
What the hell?
And, like...
Last in the tier. If you have a tier
I guess,
2.
But that's still too much. That's still too much. Oh, God, that just makes me angry. All right, Adam's nominating. Who's Adam going to nominate? Adam nominates the guy who was number 1 in my queue to nominate. So, good on you. Take out $59 on a player. I love it. Adam has the same strategy as I am. Get big money out of the board early, and I'm here for that. I like getting the bots mostly out of it too. So we only got one person now on auto draft. Ugh. I feel like this is just okay data. Like I don't like that Jacob just AFK. But those of us who were here, hey, this is going to be good 10-man data. Can't tell if it looks like Evan's talking.
I was on mute.
But I'm not hearing.
It's so
anything.
weird how in June and July these fill with people who stick around, all the people, and then in late July they start filling way faster with people who leave.
Yeah.
The heck.
You know, there was that moment where I was like, am I going to get Tyreek Hill for $30? And then it's like, I see him at 55. I'm like, why did you ever think that was going to happen?
We're like...
He's not go. My point, the thing I was ranting about is boards is he went for 70, but Justin Jefferson went for less, and that's insane to me. Oh, now Jackson's AFK, but at least Jacob came back, so we're doing okay here.
$53 Travis Kelce. $56 Travis Kelce.
If I could have gotten him for like 52, 53, even 54, I would have gone for it and gone for the stack, the Kelce Mahomes stack, but I didn't get the price point I want, so enjoy your Kelce. I'm going to run up the price on Mahomes. You won't get him for under 30. I just want you to know that. And the reason he won't get him for under 30 is because, honestly, Patrick Mahomes for $30, that's a fucking steal. Like, he has established very clearly that he is the best.
Yeah, Boyd points out Kelsey's price last year was like in the 30s, and it was like, what is going on?
No, Kelsey's price was in the 40s.
Still.
It was in the low 40s, but, like, I got him into 30s twice, which was kind of nice. I mean, I actually ended up taking him because he was going for, like, 35, and I was like, this shouldn't happen, so I didn't let it happen. Man, I'm wondering if I should have just taken Bijan there, because Bijan would have been nice. I like Bijan. But I wasn't able to go for my... I didn't even have to enforce Patrick.
No, I just put him out there, make your job easier.
That period guy did it, and it's going 35. Now Adam's starting to think, do I really need Patrick Mahomes for 35?
Boards, auction, do you mean 10-team or 12-team?
What's up?
Boards wants to know what Bijan's going for.
Right now he's going for over 50.
I have my.
I have not seen Kelsey. Bijan. Yeah, Bijan's going 55 a lot of the time.
12. Okay,
dude, this guy wants Mahomes really badly. I get why Adam let him go. I won't pay $37.
In our 12-team all-human auctions, Bijan's minimum winning bid was 50, maximum winning bid was 57, and half the time he's going for 52, which is $1 below his AV.
This nomination is for Evan.
I want Nick Chubb.
Really? I feel like Nick Chubb was your guy last year.
Last year's Evan was a schmuck compared to Evan this year.
But Nick Chubb was also really good last year. You were absolutely right about that.
Let's see here.
I feel like you take the win there.
I take nothing from nobody. It is all for the negative for Evan. Okay, I'll bid 31 on Diggs. What? Just let me have Diggs for 31. I mean Chubb. I mean, wait, who are we talking about?
You know he's going. I know he's going to crack 40.
Nah.
Like. All right, now I'll let him go for this price. Diggs should be going for 45. I think that's a fair price for him. But I have no plans on getting Josh Allen. So, like, I was just throwing money out if I could have gotten him for 39, I would have taken it. Once he went 40, I'm willing to let Stephon Diggs go. That guy, Adam is kind of mad. He's rude for wanting the best quarterback in football. I disagree. I think he that's the number one rule of auction. Get your guy. If you really wanted him, you could have gotten him. You just needed to want him more.
You can get anything. Anybody.
Yeah, that's the point of auction. Don't get mad because you guys are playing chicken and you flinched first, Adam. That's on you.
Check out these projected values versus average values. Saquon is the last one before they start really falling off, and that's because all these average values use bot data, and the bots have already spent all their money.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
There's no way Tony Pollard's going for less than Prod. No way CeeDee Lamb or Derrick Henry going for less than Prod.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious because yesterday was a bit of a swerve for me. You know what? After we wrapped, I did a couple more auctions, and I saw another 17 Kenneth Walker. Like, I don't understand how that price has dropped so much. But, like, I wasn't planning on going running back heavy. But that's one thing. This year, I think it's important that everyone be aware. The zero RB people are out in force in auction rooms. Like, and that's pumping up the prices of wide receivers, but it's also knocking down some of the running back price points. So don't be afraid to go for value on those running backs because there is value to be had if you're patient and you just see a guy who's going for less than you want want him to. You got to be able to veer. Walker and Charbs are both hurt. Good God. What are the injuries, Tony? Because that makes me very, very sad. Oh. It is so hard for me to remember to stare at the camera while also staring at my phone doing this.
It's fine. You look fine.
Did you end up getting digs?
I don't have anybody yet.
Oh, you don't have anyone? I was just wondering.
I have Josh Allen for 26.
Yeah. That's not a bad price, but I know I can get Lawrence or...
Yeah, I usually...
Or Herbert.
I usually don't go into that tier. I don't know what's gotten into me.
Hey, you know what? You're feeling yourself. You decided you wanted a Josh Allen build, go for your Josh Allen build. I would have tried grabbing Stephon Diggs if I was going to get Josh Allen.
Charbs is already hurt, but our darling. Hey, Maddox. Welcome to the chat. Glad you like
Maddox?
Post Malone.
Let's see if Saquon going to go for 55.
He's going for 9. Look at it. He's going for 9.
I will go up to 10 because the bot will jump in somewhere. There we go. There's that jump bid I'm looking for. I can't make myself bid on Saquon at a $30 price point because my brain just keeps yelling at me, Le'Veon Bell! Le'Veon Bell!
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen to me. So, I've been letting Saquon go at, really good prices. Same with Josh Jacobs. And I love both of them. I was the only one on the Josh Jacobs bandwagon last year, too. That was a hill I felt like I was all by myself on. Oh, he's not going to go for 51. Interesting. Oh, there we go, Family 5. That's good. Get that money out of the pot. Do I have anyone in the queue? He's gone. Now let's get Josh Jacobs ready to get out here. Oh, yeah, I'm going to nominate you guys. This feels so much more like a normal draft than some of these other ones have. You know what? I'll let them. There's still some good guys left. I'm going to wait for the quarterback prices to dip a little bit. Especially because as much as I like Burrow, I like my young guys better this year. I feel like the low-end QB1s from last year are going to be high-end QB1s this year. So I'd rather throw my investment.
They so are.
I know I'm probably wrong about Jalen Hurts just based solely on rushing, but I really don't like him this year, at his price point, because I feel like I'm paying for his ceiling, and I don't think he's gonna I just think other guys might pass him in fantasy this year. I don't expect that Eagles offense to be, because their coaching staff, they turned it over completely, right? Offensive and defensive coordinator.
But have you heard about all of A.J. Brown's unrealized air yards?
Dude, I love AJ Brown. He's the only guy I'm really. Yeah, no, I'll take Devontae Smith too. I don't hate the offense. I just don't. This is fair. Tony brings up a good point. Am I ready to have Jalen Hurts prove me wrong again for a second straight year? Yeah, I think I'm wrong about this because I think Jalen Hurts showed enough. It's a change in scheme, and the thing that makes me hesitant at his price point is I am paying for his ceiling. It's not that I think Jalen Hurts is going to do bad. I think he's a much riskier prospect at quarterback compared to other guys who are cheaper. I do think that change an offensive coordinator does make a difference. The fact that he was also the QB 1, 2, 3, I just feel like there's a lot that can go wrong there. So I don't want to spend $28 on it. I think that Herbert, Fields, and Lawrence can all have the possibility to pass him up. I love Lamar Jackson this year so much. I mean, the one thing I know about who the hell's the new offensive coordinator? I'm drawing a blank on that. Monken? Is that it?
That rings
something like that.
From a Baltimore
I think it's Monken. I think is what it is. If I'm saying it wrong, call me out. But that dude passes.
Todd Monken, yeah, you got it.
Monken, okay, I was right. So that dude wants to sling it. I'm actually a little bit more concerned about J.K. Dobbins. I think his usage is going to go down significantly. I still don't mind him at his price point, except for the fact that he's hurt again. And there's a certain point where I gotta. If you have too many injuries, too many years in a row, I'm not going to take you for under unless I get you under $10.
The conspiracy theorist in me says Lamar Jackson disappeared when he was having contract negotiations and never returned from a simple injury. And now J.K. Dobbins has a simple injury and is having bad contract negotiations. So maybe he'll just disappear.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. And honestly, I think all the running backs should disappear for a little bit. You need, they're being severely screwed over. I don't blame them at all for being upset at having their bodies beaten and not getting. And I think the entire idea of it, this is the CBA you agreed to. None of those running backs were playing when that was agreed to, because none of them would have agreed to that. Man, I'm always hoping I can get Derrick Henry to sneak past me at under 40. I know I've seen it happen a couple times, but it never seems to happen for me. And I would have liked to have taken a shot at him.
It happens in 10 teams. It happens in 10 teams more often than 12 teams.
Because he's one of those running backs that I feel like is being valued a little bit lower than he should be. So let's look at some of these teams here. I don't have anyone yet, which is honestly, I like when I'm at this point in a draft when I don't have anyone and I can see 5 people under $100 max bid. That makes me feel real good about myself. I see only one other person, Fatty, hasn't spent. That doesn't surprise me at all because I've done auctions. Evan has the 3rd most salary cap, and then the period guy's got the 4th most at 150. So there's going to be some interesting movement going along here, and I'm pretty happy with this because I feel like auction drafts this year are a lot deeper than they have been in years past. I like loading up on those middle guys.
I was a little struck by the fact you were so quick to gender the period guy, but then I realized the alternative is the period girl, and that's not at all something we want to be saying. So I'm like, okay, I can see that call.
I would like to say that that's just my innate wokeness because I didn't consider that at all. I just instantly developed.
I was like, why period guy? Why not period girl? Oh. I hear it now.
Oh, everyone just suddenly fucking realized that A.J. Brown is being nominated. Yeah. You were about to let him go for cheap. I'll let him go for 37, 38. There's still guys I like. Oh, good God, 47? What just happened? Tony, would you spend $49 for A.J. Brown? That's what I want to know. the biggest AJ Brown truther in our Discord. Would you have spent that money? $49 is what AJ Brown just went for. Would you have spent that money, Tony? Because if Tony says it's okay, then I will let this guy off the hook. But that feels like a significant overspend. What a discount on AJB. That's what I was hoping for, Tony. Tony's like, how did you get him for that cheap? Oh, that cracks me up. Accept this price for AJ Brown, even though I think I might have spent a little too. But at the same time, I think AJ Brown is actually, for what I think he's going to do, I'm fine. He's an RB1. I got $30 for my RB1 in the year. I don't care if it's a low end guy. They're not going to throw the ball in green. Jordan Love. And Aaron Jones has been an RB1, I think, the last 3 years, right? No? Yeah, I'm out on Ramondre this year. I can't justify the price point for him. Like when he was cheap, I loved him last year. This year, I think people are overcorrecting in the expensive side. I mean, I like Ramondre, but I can't justify that.
I can name so many times when a Patriots running back was great in fantasy, RB1 in fantasy,
and then the next year
for no reason, just like I can name 3 times off the top of my head. Corey
100%
Davis,
agree.
Corey Davis, Dominic Davis, and
I am fucking fuming right now because I thought I was about to get Garrett Wilson for $35. And then it fucking just went up. I'll knock money out of the pot here. I don't care. Yep, that's why I took him. All right. So Amon-Ra's going to go for 40. That makes me a little upset, but what are you going to do?
I feel like I should have players.
Yeah, we all need players. I mean, right now, the most money is Fatty, second place you, third place me. Oof. It's too early a nomination for Terry. I want to get him cheaper when I can. Take him for 12, but if someone takes him for more, that'll be money well spent out of the pocket. I think in 12 man, it's hard to get Terry McLaurin for under $10, unfortunately.
I can mute myself.
What are we doing here? So how many guys over $100? Only 4 of us. And periods at the... God damn it. Sorry. I apologize for that profanity. I just accidentally unplugged my phone.
I don't know if we're allowed to swear or not on YouTube. We don't really have a contract with them, so I'm like, fuck it, you know?
I mean, it just might, like, mark us as adult content.
Well, I only want to give advice to people under 16, so...
Yeah.
If I was doing fantasy football auctions since before you were born, you gotta earn your stripes, buddy.
Jalen Waddle. Wait. Oh, I was surprised. I forgot I got Terry McLaurin. Jalen Waddle for 40 is too much, but that's a good thing because that means other guys are gonna like. There's gonna be a crash on that wide receiver.
Yeah.
Soon. I'm going to let you get Lamar for 14. I can get someone else for under 10.
Family 5 isn't. What is Family 5? Is that a store?
I don't know. I feel like it's the white version of Jackson 5.
Yeah. which is already wide enough.
Yeah, that's what I feel too. I don't feel the need to spend money early. I'm not spending money on Breece Hall, even though $30 feels like such a steal. But he's coming off an ACL. I feel like I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. Like, and I don't know why, because I love Breece Hall, but lately I've noticed that like sometimes I take the ACL guy the year after and he's fine, but more often than not, it just burns me. So I don't want to do that to myself anymore. Delvin Cook to the Jets rumors, I think that'd be a really good move because it lets you bring Breece Hall back along slowly. You don't mind running Delvin Cook into the ground, and you are in win mode now, win now mode. So you're in win mode now. That was a weird fucking. Yeah, I don't know why I said it that way. Enjoy your Devonta Smith.
I need guys. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna have way too much money left over.
No, you're not. There's so many like. This is the spot. This is the part of the draft that I'm really just enjoying this year. I'm just trying to get guys. Yeah, I'll let you guys have. I thought for sure people would be off of Najee Harris this year after last year, like the letdown. Like you look at Kyle Pitts' price this year, people are really down on it, and I feel like the market's overcorrected in the direction of Kyle Pitts being a great value. But Najee hasn't really like. I feel like I don't get Najee because I think Najee has been fairly priced, and I don't want fairly priced guys. I want guys who are an absolute steal. All right. I'll let Olave go, I guess.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm not doing 38. If I had known that, I would have bet a bit harder on, what's his face? Devontae Smith.
Olave is clearly last in the tier.
Yeah, Olave is last in the tier, and I think that was my mistake. I should have went a little bit more at Devonta Smith because I should have known that. But, I mean, Waddle went for 40. But here's the thing. I don't mind. I don't mind not getting the top 2 tiers of wide receivers this year. Like, there's so many mid-round guys that are going to outperform that I think I can make up for it. God damn it. I shouldn't have stopped talking. Because then I think you noticed that Etienne was going way too cheap. You can have him for 30.
Can I, though?
Yeah. No one else is going for him.
My interest in Etienne is proportionate to my likelihood of getting Trevor Lawrence.
Tony, you said before that Walker got hurt. Did you say how he got hurt? Like, what's the injury, Walker?
He has a thigh in his leg.
He has a thigh?
In his leg. I think. I was really just kind of skimming the chat. He has a groin in his leg. Oh my God, that sounds serious.
Yeah, that's not something I really want on running backs, but I will hope it gets better and take him at $21. That's too fucking cheap.
Dang, I gotta look at the Sharp news now.
Dobbins will be a good guy to get $15 out of the pots. What did I say? I don't want Dobbins, so I'm happy to nominate him. All right. You know what? Okay, we can build it that way. I think that could be fun. Did those guys go nuts? Interesting. All right. I'm kind of looking over what's going on here to come up with a plan. And I've noticed something really weird. But I don't want to say it because I don't want to, like, change it up because this is something I can exploit. And when it happens, I will let you guys know because that's what we call a tease. It's going to happen. $26 for Joe Mixon. I don't know that I like that price as much. Yeah, he took a discount. He's staying, but they didn't run the ball well last year. They've built that offensive line more for pass protection. And I don't want Mixon. Damn, still only 4 people over $100. But this is where a lot of the value is going to come. So how are we going to do this? All right, I got some guys. Interesting. That's not who I thought was going to get. I don't know how, what do you think of Darren Waller this year?
1 second. I'm just doing some community service on Reddit here.
Okay, do that community service.
I'm
not out on Mixon. I'll take Mixon. If you can get Mixon for under $20 for a lead back, that's a steal. I will not write anyone off. Everyone has a price point, but he just went for $25, and that's insane. But you get him for under 20, he's going to get carries. He'll have value as a floor play alone, just based on use, and that stuff matters. It's one of the things. I was one of the biggest Cam Akers haters. I still don't like him that much, but you know what? I like him a lot more this year because we saw the last 4 games of the season. He got fed, and he's the only guy there who's going to actually compete for touches. So I will always put that money in. Did Darren Waller really go for $12?
All right, I'm good. Thank you.
I usually like what Fatty's doing. I disagree with that one completely. I can't justify that with his injury history the last couple of years.
Oh, I didn't get Mixon. I love Mixon. I disagree.
For $28, do you like Mixon? You love Mixon under $20.
Yeah, I love Mixon early 20s. You're right. Okay, yeah, I'm agreeing with boards.
He went way too much. He went for way too much. He's a value as a usage player. All right, so let's see what we're doing here. Everyone's taking so long to nominate. I can't wait till we get these going back on sleep.
Yeah.
I love Chase Brown. Chase Brown was my number 3 running back coming out this year. Tony gave me a lot of grief about it. I mean, Chase Brown is a stud. I wanted him so badly, and I will take him. Thank God. DK Metcalf is so underrated this year. I do not understand why people don't like him. Last year he had a little bit of touchdown regression, but his targets are so goddamn good. I will take him, and I will be so happy to have him.
Because we have DK Metcalf at home. Gestures to Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett's fine. Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf have been fantasy relevant together forever. Look, I know you love Chase Brown runs with more power than Izzy did. Izzy was very fun, but and Izzy was a guy I liked, but I did not like. He didn't have the blend of speed and power and just agility that Chase Brown has.
They love us on Reddit.
That's cool.
We are almost to 50 upvotes since I posted that 20 minutes ago.
Well, I mean, they want their sheets, and they should get it. And you guys should also be getting your what are we calling them? Not
Football
near sheets,
Absurdity draft sheets.
The Football Absurdity draft sheets.
Oh, somebody's got a steal on Mark Andrews. Well done.
Yeah, I don't want Mark Andrews this year, and I feel like I'm making a big mistake because he could end up being one of the steals for the draft. But Monken's usage of tight ends over his history in Tampa, and I don't know how much of that was just Jameis not throwing to tight ends, but I don't feel good about it. Kendre Miller's just a guy, if you ask me. His tape, he was fine. I don't think he'd necessarily be a bad football player, but I don't. There was nothing exciting. But I'll be honest, like when it comes to guys that I'm scouting for fantasy football too, I've noticed like I get how coaches will like fall in love with athletic traits. I really do. But he didn't have that. You know what? That's fair. You're right. At Georgia, Brock Bowers did good. So that probably means that I am underrating. Thank you for pointing that out because I didn't actually do a look at how he was doing things in college. So that's good to know. I forgot that he was at Georgia. And yeah, Brock Bowers. Oh, God. That guy's going top 3 in fantasy drafts next year for rookie dynasty startups. Oh, no. Will he, though? Damn. It's going to be hard because you got Marvin Harrison Jr. You're going to have Drake May. And, of course, the number 1 pick is going to be why am I drawing a blank on this guy from Cal? I don't know. He's someone good. Who is... That's going to drive me nuts. One of you guys knows who's going to be the number 1 quarterback. Caleb. Thank you. Caleb Williams.
The article I posted with the 12-team and 10-team auction data is already in triple digits for hits.
Hell yeah.
And I posted it 15 minutes ago.
That's good.
Anyway, sorry. Now I'm back. And stopping letting people get things like Jahmyr Gibbs for 24. What?
You can take him. Oh, you can't.
No, I was busy working.
Yeah, I think I screwed up there too, but I got my 2 running backs, and I want receivers. Actually, no, I fucked up there. I should have taken him there. There's not a lot of guys I like as much as him left. Shit. Truth be told, I don't think there's another running... Oh, I fucked up there. I should have fought harder for him. I have the money.
Me too.
I'm being way more passive on this one. What does my team look like here? Well, I got DK, so I'm kind of... All right, I know how I'm doing this. I'm going to start getting my guys, and I don't give a fuck. I'm going to feel pretty good about how this guy finishes up. You are all on notice.
Football fanatic, you are right. Oh, that's Maddox. Maddox, you're right.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe I'll do that build. I'll take Trevor Lawrence here because I've been letting guys go and make sure I get me some Calvin Ridley. Actually, no, I'm going to get me some Evan Ingram and Calvin Ridley. I'll do the triple stack on that one. That could be fun. Miles Sanders is going to get some money out of the pool. Let's see if he can get 20 outs. I mean, I'm not letting him go for that cheap. I say I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try to get 20 out of the pool for this guy. But also, I wouldn't have let him go for it. Like, that's exactly how you want to go. Hey, Ivy, how you doing? Or Evie. Every time, I know it's Evie, but it's spelled Ivy, and it makes me... what are we doing here? Deebo Samuel. Did I nominate him?
No.
Yeah, I did.
No,
I
you
auto-nominated him because he was...
I did. About it.
He was next in my queue. That's interesting. So... Let's see here. Looking at some of this, I'm the only person with more than $100 left in his budget, which is going to be good for me because that means I'm going to get guys I want. Deebo Samuel would have been the next guy nominated because I don't like Ayuk, Samuel, Kittle that much here because I'm afraid they're going to end up costing. They're going to take into each other's usage. The only guy I really like in San Francisco is Christian McCaffrey.
And Deebo doesn't have to rush anymore.
Yeah, that's the big thing. It takes away some of that value that he really had. All right, Christian Watson. Did I overspend? Yes. Do I care? No. I wish I hadn't let Drake London go. You know what? Actually, we're going to do this a little different. Well, of course, Matt. Oh, is Maddox? Are you a Bears fan? Because then it makes sense that you love DJ more. Because all of us love DJ more. Right?
Maddox is a Titans fan, I believe.
My team is starting to fill up a little bit here. Let's look at some of these teams here. So, I'm going to start with my team. I got Aaron Jones, Terry McLaurin, Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf, Christian Watson, and Mike Williams. I feel pretty good about those receivers. I shouldn't have let Devontae go for as cheap as he did. Receivers really went for a lot, but I don't really hate this. Kenneth Walker, Aaron Jones, I like that running back core. I think there's a lot of value in it. Let's see. Adams got Travis Kelce, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Herbert, Amari Cooper. That's a solid start. I love Justin Herbert this year. Fatty's got Lamar Jackson, Najee Harris, Darren Waller, and Mark Andrews, and Drake London. That is an interesting build.
Did Fatty do the thing I do where I get Mark Andrews and then forget I got Mark Andrews and get another guy? Because I've done that twice this year.
Maybe. I wonder if Fatty gets the idea that he can price enforce me, I'm just going to take the next quarterback. Even though I said I'd go for a Trevor Lawrence build, I'm not going to let people dictate that to me.
Hey,
even though I have the money.
Hey, Bryn, Super Dan. He says, I don't want to.
Yeah, you took Waller first, and then you didn't want to get let Andrews grow at that price.
They're saying the main thing about Debo is his ceiling is top 3 wide receiver, and not many players in that range with that kind of ceiling.
I think
injuries need to happen for that path to happen again.
But here's the thing too: is Debo Samuel has that injury risk. Like the ceiling is there, but it's not as high as it would be for. But like it doesn't. I don't like the balance between his floor because his floor can get bad. So that's what makes me. That's why I can't really get behind Debo this year. And I like him as a player, and I hope he proves me wrong. It's just the situation. I feel like there's better value that's also safer in other places.
Oh, Fatty said he took Waller first, so I'm alone in my idiocy. Okay.
I'm not spending $22 at Calvin Ridley.
I am.
Like, you guys have fun with that. I don't buy it at all.
He has the 4 horsemen that symbol the upcoming wide receiver apocalypse. Number 1, he's playing angry. Number 2, he's got the talent. Number 3, huge upgrade in offense, particularly at quarterback. And number 4, and I'm saying this based just on his Twitter kicks, he's kind of crazy. Not for taking time for his mental health.
He had huge upgrade at quarterback. He had Matt Ryan. It's not like he had a garbage quarterback.
Right, but he did good with Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I get it, but he's also missed 2 years, and that makes me nervous. Guys who've missed that level of time rarely come back and dominate.
Hey,
has it happened? Yes. Does it happen rarely? Also, yes.
Hey, welcome, Cole. Glad you came here from Reddit. Any shot the sheets will be ready by Saturday. That's a week. Yeah. And if not, come into our Discord and we'll figure out a way to manually run it somehow or whatever. If your draft is Saturday. Let me pop a link to the Discord in here. But be chill in the Discord. We keep it a real sunshiny place, even though the debates are spirited. They're not mean-spirited. All right.
Hey, we don't mind debates. Just don't be a dick.
Yeah. So, how do I link? Oh, how do I do this?
All right. I always find myself not taking Tyler Lockett, even though Tyler Lockett always does well. I don't know what it is about Tyler Lockett. I just can't get by.
That is super steep for Ridley.
What'd you say?
That is super steep for Ridley. Never forget what I said earlier. Fatty McFats is my big money league auction, and every year there's an extended period of time where Fatty and I just kick each other in the balls, and that was a ball kicking from him to my balls. So,
See, Tony, I disagree with that. I think DK is going to be the number 1 guy this year. I get that Lockett's more of a PPR guy, but I keep thinking he's got to lose a step at some point. That's all it really is with Lockett to me. And maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, 31 for Ridley. I just can't justify it. I think JSN, man. I think JSN in the second half is going to be. If he had played this last college season, he would have been a top 10 pick. And I think people forget that. It's like amazing how much people will forget after a year of football. That's where you can really exploit, is the guy who has that outlier year of badness, and you get him for real cheap. That's how you win leagues, man.
And yet you've forgotten about Calvin Ridley after 2 years of football. 2
years is different than 1 year. And the circumstances of missing those games, like history says, he's not going to come back from them. That's the only reason. I'll take him for $12 as a flyer because the upside's there. But for $30, you're fucking insane.
4 horsemen of the wide receiver apocalypse, man.
That's fine. Hey, I hope you're right, because you paid for him like you were right. And that's the beauty of auction. Like, look, just because I sound like I know what I'm talking about does not mean I know what I'm talking about.
And now Reddit's going to be...
No fantasy football analyst knows what the fuck they're talking about.
And now Reddit's going to be
like... educated guesses. Some of us are better at it than others. I've just spent $31 on Calvin Ridley, so he's not very good at it.
Everyone's going to be like going back on Reddit and be all like, don't trust this guy's new auction tool. He just bid 31 for Ridley. What a dope.
You can't, like, but that's the thing you have to remember. Get your fucking guy. The entire point of doing auctions is getting guys that you think are going to be, like, good.
I must admit I stopped
looking... Who cares what the consensus thinks?
I must admit...
The consensus sucks.
I must admit I stopped looking at the dollar value and just started looking at Fatty McFat's bidding with me, going, I can't let him have my guy. He's my main rival.
I will rage grab a guy. You see, Tony, you say Debo's ADOT last year was 4.5 yards. What was his yards after catch? Because I want that number combined with ADOT, because that's what actually matters. Like, you can't take a guy who is a yards after catch guy and be like, he's got a low depth of target. Yeah, that's because he's supposed to run with the fucking ball after he catches it. Like, I have feelings. I'm passionate. I'm just excited to be doing this again. Also, my weeds kicked in.
I want James Conner to not go for 17 because I want James Conner.
Some of these prices are insane to me, but that's fine.
Well,
because I have a lot of guys left that I like.
It's all football absurdity, guys. It's me bidding against Adam. It's me bidding against Fatty. It's just us loving the same guy.
Look, you guys being stupid only helps me get a better team. You keep doing you.
And the Maddox wants to know, are we staying away from Tampa's offense this year? Yes.
Oh, good God, yeah, I am fading it. I will tell you what, though. I mean, I've gotten Mike Evans for $5, and I'm going to be honest, Mike Evans for $5, that's a fucking value play, because he is a legitimately great wide receiver. I'll let Judy go for 11. Only because there's other guys I know I can get that I'll like.
I'm worried, even after the Ridley thing, I'm worried I didn't spend enough money. Oh, no, that's the solution to my problem. Oh, and I didn't get him. Okay. Well. James Conner is the Josh Jacobs of 2023. Yeah, I can see that. Provided they have some offense. Provide Kyler plays.
What did you say? James Conner. Here's the problem with that statement. Although Josh Jacobs, in your defense here, did play under Raiders, my problem with that statement is the Arizona Cardinals are going to be hot trash. I do not want any shares of that offense. The only person I will consider touching is Marquise Brown. Like, I just can't. There's no way. You can't make me. I won't do it. I can't justify in any way, like, putting anything into the Arizona Cardinals.
Marquise Brown is a target machine if Kyler's on the field. I don't know
what his splits even if he's not on the field. If they can't move the ball on offense, they're going to try to force feed him. I think it's adorable that this dude with $26 thought he was taking DJ Moore from me. Like, I'm not going to let, like, my guys go when I save this much money to get my guys. I do need to figure out what running backs I want here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I feel pretty good about my wide receivers, though. McLaurin, Metcalf, Christian Watson, Mike Williams, DJ Moore. Like, I really wish I had gotten, like, Devontae Smith. If I had, like, Devontae to go with that, I'd feel much stronger about it.
Hey Cole, thanks. Good job joining the Discard. It's special. Post if you want to post your league settings in redraft channel. We're absolute degenerates about getting under the hood of everybody's leagues and figuring out what's going to happen and how to deal with it.
Oh yeah, we'll do a live Discord and talk you through that stuff.
Oh yeah, we have channels. We have channels in Discord called Stream Your Draft, and we'll all hop in there and we can all work it out together.
All right, you fuckers, you can take David Montgomery. Coming at me. I'm still getting my guys.
Do you think you have too much money left?
Yeah. So, do you have too much money? I mean, you have the same amount of money I have left.
Yeah, and I think I have too much money left.
I have more guys.
I have like 3 fewer players, and I'm like, I think I have too much money left.
No, you're doing fine. I have too much money left. Fatty has too much money left.
Well, Fatty should have been 32 on Calvin Ridley.
Well, I'm going to hit on my guys. Honestly, the guys I have are all guys that I like a lot and I think are being undervalued. So I don't mind building my roster. Terry McLaurin's price point is so good. Like, $12? Are you kidding me? DJ Moore is consistently a wide receiver 1. Like, I'm not getting the high-end play, but I'm getting a bunch of guys who are going to produce at their price point. Like, I kind of said at the beginning I was going to let people spend their money early and then get the guys that I like, and that's what I've been doing. Like, auction's about betting on yourself, and this is, I think, how a lot of my teams are going to end up looking. Like, I love Trevor Lawrence, Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, Aaron Jones, I think is criminally underrated, Kenneth Walker, Christian Watson, Mike Williams, DJ Moore. Oh, I already have Trevor Lawrence, so I'm not going to try to price enforce here with Fields. I forgot that.
How much are you tree law for? $10. Huh? Sweet. I'm just looking at what your price.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence for $10. I would have liked to have gotten Calvin Ridley to go with him, but some idiots spent $31 on him. I mean, that guy must feel real dumb right now.
No, I mean, at least one other idiot wanted to spend $30 on him, so we're not alone in our idiocy.
Running up the price on Calvin Ridley. He's one phone bet away from never playing football again.
We do that all the time when we're like, oh, these guys are so low in July. And then by August, we're like, oh, they figured it out. And they're like, no, we just drove up his price point because we auction all the time. And so our data is driving up Yahoo's price point. We did that to ourselves.
I'm really thinking hard about this because I have the money. So, yeah, I'll fucking take Deontay Johnson. Fuck you, Adam. You want him? Come and get him. You can have him for that price. Now I just crippled Adam. Auction's a weapon. Now he's only got a max bid of 12 while I have 59. So I have other receivers I like, and I only need one more receiver coming. What just happened here? Did someone just join this group? JD is in here. You know this is a live stream, buddy.
What?
Oh, JD joined the voice channel, but he's on mute. Oh. Did you just kick him out, or did he leave?
He shouldn't. I made the channel, and I gave permission to 2 people, you and Jeff. That's it.
That's funny. JD, I wasn't telling you to leave. I was just letting you know that it was a live stream. I actually would have found it hilarious if you had started talking.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You're gonna give me feedback.
I wouldn't have minded.
We're not.
Dang it! I wanted Rashad Penny, and JB must be in this auction trying to distract me because Rashad Penny for 6 is a steal. DeAndre Swift ain't gonna get the goal line work. DeAndre Swift ain't gonna get the first down carries.
See, I don't like Ayuk. I'll take him for $1 as my last receiver, but at the same time, I just want money off the board. I'm just trying to knock you guys out so I can get my last guys. This next run here. Oh, you know what? That's going to be my next guy. There we go. Okay, we're going to flip things around a little. Yeah, that's the way to fucking do it. So we're going to remove you. And then I have... How many more draft spots do I have to fill? Okay, so just one more guy at running back. Let's see what I got. Just trying to figure out who my guys are going to be. I think you're a little too risky. I think you be interesting. No, you might be even. Yeah, that gives me a little bit of insurance. Right now, I'm setting my queue. Oh, I'm at the point of the draft here where I have enough money that I'm just looking at who I'm going to get, and I'm not going to worry about too much here. Like, I feel confident I should be able to get most of my guys and feel okay with it.
Fatty and I still stand in the way, though.
I mean, he is. You are too. But at the same time, like, if I really want someone, I'm going to get them. Like, I can at least do that twice. Kyle Pitts for $6, I feel really good about, too. Like I said before, I was going to try to get Evan Ingram to go with Trevor Lawrence, but I decided that I could probably get, like the one guy I know I'm going to get probably is Christian Kirk. I'll probably spend for him just to give me that handcuff. But then again, there is a price point where I'll just let him knock someone else out to get me. Because I like Christian Kirk, but there's a bunch of other receivers I think that I like in that tier, and I only need one more guy. Michael Thomas is not one of those guys, but I know Evan in his Ohio State.
I have money.
But, hey, Michael Thomas was very nice to us. Like, he made eye contact at least.
He gave me like a sup, dog.
Which is more than we can say about Sean Payton. Well, no, Sean Payton made eye contact. He just looked at us and is like, these guys aren't. Just walked away. That's still
these guys are
the
weird.
Funniest fucking thing. Also, I don't think I'll ever go to a football game that was that good.
That was a really good football game.
What was the year? Do you remember the year?
2019, December, before it all shut down.
2019, San Francisco 49ers at the New Orleans Saints. If you remember that game, I think they might have punted once. I also might be overestimating. That game was like 58-47. It was insane. That Kittle touchdown, that is the best live game I've ever seen. And I can't imagine a game ever like beating that.
48-46.
Yeah, 48-46. I like they punted. I don't even know that they punted. Like if they did, it was once. Those defenses did not.
New Orleans punted once. San Francisco punted 3 times.
Okay.
981 total yards offense.
That game, we had good seats too.
Yeah.
Too bad that guy screwed up the field pass.
Yeah.
But then again, all would have happened to Sean Smith or Sean Payton would have been dismissing us on the sidelines too.
We could just hound him.
Oh. All right. So, that's what I need to do. Got distracted reminiscing. Okay. We got Evan Ingram for $1. Congratulations, buddy. Isaiah Pacheco for... I mean, I have money. Yeah, I'm going to let him go. I'm going to be left with a lot of money, which is really, like, and I'm glad I've been doing these, and I've done this twice in a row, which really is going to let me know that I need to go harder on some of these other guys at the top. Like, I keep leaving myself, like, one elite wide receiver away, and it's because I'm trying to get these guys at 35, and it isn't happening. They're like, that price point is going from 40 to 25, and it sucks because I miss out on that tier. I can't get behind DeAndre Swift. Like, I was the biggest DeAndre Swift backer, and I can't do it anymore. I just can't. I like that trade. The amount that they traded, like the amount they gave up just to trade for him is nothing. Like and I keep thinking of that Hard Knocks and how he just keeps. They keep telling him which hole to run in, and he runs in the wrong hole. Then he doesn't see. He doesn't see the field as much, and I just feel like he just might be too dumb for all his athletic talents to be a good running back. Like, that's that nagging thing in the back of my head. It's why I'm just out on DeAndre Swift this year. And I feel like what's going to end up happening to you is he's going to blow up, and I'm going to feel foolish for ever doubting myself and him.
I think he's going to have a moderate season where he wins some weeks.
I don't even think that. I think he's going to struggle to see the field. Yeah, I like that choice. This is going to be interesting. About to go to war with Fatty. I fucking knew that's who he was going to nominate because he had to know who I was saving for my last receiver. That's funny. Just remember, if you're trying to price enforce me, I do always have a point where I will jump off. So
I could have said the same thing. I could be saying the same thing to you, though.
I mean, yeah, I know that you're going to get your guy, but I don't feel like you're a big price enforcing guy. Like, you price enforce the way I price enforce, whereas I'm okay if I get this guy at this price. Like, but I'm not going to let him go for cheaper because he is worth that amount.
I'll price enforce only if they show me a tell.
Oh, is it tell Trevor Lawrence?
I don't know this guy. I know this guy.
Trevor Lawrence plus the amount I had spent.
There's a regular in here who regularly will bid at least $5 for Justin Tucker, and so every time I just nominate Tucker and bid him up, and I'm like, come on, man.
Oh yeah, did you get Tucker? Because I know Tucker went.
Tucker went.
Tucker wins. Yeah, Justin Tucker went to period. You were not paying attention.
No.
So let's look over some of these teams right now because we're getting to the dregs of the draft here. So my team here, I got Aaron Jones, Terry McLaurin, Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf, Christian Watson, Mike Williams, Trevor Lawrence, DJ Moore, Kyle Pitts, Christian Kirk. I got 3 spots I'm going to fill with probably running backs, a couple of a kicker and a defense is what I got left. So we're looking at that here. Let's see. We Are Plasma's got Travis Kelce, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Herbert, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, James Conner, Deontay Johnson, Rachaad White. I don't want Rachaad White, even though I like him as a player. But Tampa, man, that team scares the shit out of me. James Conner, that kind of scares me too. Oh, cool. Did I just get Brian Robinson? That one was for you, Tony. Let's see. Kelce, Lamb, Herbert. I fucking love. I like that you got the Herbert, Keenan Allen stack too. Deontay Johnson. I feel like he's a steal this year. 18, actually. At 18, I don't know if he's a steal, but I think it's actually probably good. That'll bear out as a fair market price for him. Let's see. We got Fatty. Got Lamar Jackson, Najee Harris, Darren Waller, Mark Andrews, Drake London, DeAndre Hopkins, David Montgomery, Brandon Ayuk, and A.J. Dillon are guys I'm not really on board with. Everyone else on your team I do like, except I'm not a big fan. I think I said it before. Darren Waller, for his injury history the last 2 years and his age, I can't invest double digits in him. It's too much. It makes me nervous. I mean, that's true for everyone. Having a good core, but your running backs to be bad, 100% true. Evans got Josh Allen, Devonta Smith, Travis Etienne, Cam Akers, Calvin Ridley, Isaiah Pacheco, DeAndre Swift, Marquise Brown, and Pat Freiermuth. I'm going to be honest, man. I like your team today a lot more than I liked your team.
Really? I don't
like my solid team.
I guess it's solid.
You don't?
Yeah.
I mean, like your running backs, you like your running backs. It's Etienne, Akers, Pacheco, and Swift. I feel like you got some upside and you got some floors to balance it out. Marquise Brown is a guy I do like. Devontae Smith. Oh, you need some receivers, though. Yeah. But Pat Freiermuth for $6, that's a solid bet. Josh Allen, going to be one of the best quarterbacks in football. That's always a safe bet. Yeah, that covers everyone in Discord that I think is in here. If you're in here and I didn't talk about your team, please tell me because I would love to break it down. I'll tell you if I hate it, but also I'd like to give the caveat that auctions are about getting your guys. Like, if you like a guy, don't ever let someone talk you out of him because you're going to feel way worse about being wrong about your own guy than like being right and not having him. There is nothing that kills me. So that's just my thought on that. Let's see. Just got 4 more spots to fill, and I just want this thing to start moving along. The only people left with money, Fatty, Evan, and myself. And especially this part of the draft, like if it's important to you to really build your team up the way you want it, like to make sure you get your guys, having money at the end to just beat out the guys who've spent early is always a good thing. Because I believe that auction drafts, the real skill in them is building your bench and like building for a long-term win. Like that's where you're going to get the real value. See, I considered putting Javonte Williams in my queue as a guy, but that ACL tear, that was a bad knee. So he makes me nervous, and I don't love my running backs enough that I want to put on that risk having Javonte Williams, especially if I'm only going to have 5 running backs. I like Aaron Jones and Kenneth Walker. Brian Robinson, I feel like, is a solid floor play. Someone I can, like, honestly, like, but Dobbins wasn't terrible for his price point. I'm fading Javonte this year some of the time, but I'm getting him at that price occasionally. It depends on how my running backs are built. Like, if I get a lot of strong running backs early, then I get myself Javonte because I feel like I have the upside play there. But I don't feel as deep at running back as I could in. So I'm gonna play it a little bit safer with my. Like, to me, it's a fluid situation. I didn't fade Dobbins last year. I didn't fade Javonte. But if their price got too high, I did not grab them. And actually, Javonte's price is real cheap. Just understand when you draft him, you're drafting him for the second half of your season. Like, he's not going to be worth a damn the first 8 weeks. Just like Dobbins. Like, you have to, like, make those decisions with that. You have any thoughts, Evan? I feel like I'm
just waiting for the guys I want to come up. They're down the list a bit.
That's a good thing. That means you're going to get your guys. I'm waiting for your guys to come up too, so I can take them.
Yeah, that's the thing is. I'm like, come on, let's get to the big showdown here between you and me and Fatty.
Oh, it's coming. Let's see who he nominates here. All right. He just did a $3 bid on someone, but it's not a guy I'm waiting on. That's a problem. Oh, that's just nice. I can look at the I didn't even realize I can look at the YouTube screen. There's a glitch on the phone app that sometimes the first person who nominates someone, you can't see who was nominated.
Yeah.
And you can't act on it. Oh. And it pisses me off all the time. But I just realized that you have this draft going on the computer so I can see that. Devontae Foreman's not the running back I want to own in Chicago. And I know Fatty's a Bears fan, but to me, Roshan's the guy.
Thanks to the phone app, I one time this summer bid $40 for Justin Tucker.
Let's look at that. Yeah, let's add that guy to my queue. I have money. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I know.
I only have 4 spots left.
I'm not shaming it. Just laughing at it. Laughing about it.
No, Daniel Carlson, just so you guys know, was the number 1 kicker in fantasy football last year. And they have Jimmy Garoppolo moving the football. I feel like they're not going to be scoring touchdowns. They're going to be throwing footballs. He's one of the best kickers in football. I think Dan Carlson is going to be far and away the number 1 in football. So if you gotta go around early to grab him, like the amount of points kickers can get you, people act like kickers are random number generators. I disagree. It's just it's hard to predict, but it's not impossible. And I am very close to breaking that methodology down. I've had some success, but the long-term numbers are not quite right. So, but I think if you guys ever watch DFS, going to Gamble Town, but the DFS portion of that show will no longer be having any kicker lineups, I think. we're gonna probably be focusing more on sports betting when we do that on Saturdays during the football season. That'll be with me, Tony Martin, and Ryan Edgecombe with our super producer Josh Chuboff. And what else do I? Let's see. So, Fatty, man, Fatty and I I hope we don't want the same guy, because if we do, it's going to be a bloodbath. Let us see here. Yeah, Traylon Burks for $2 is a steal. It shouldn't happen. I do like. I don't know how I feel about Dulcich. Oh, I'm sorry. You're correct. It is the People's Democratic Republic of Gambletown. Yeah, that's the nice thing about going to Gambletown. We change the name of the town every week based on who took over, who had the best week. They get to rename and take over Gambletown. That's going to be so fun this year. I'm hoping I get that kicker lineup thing fixed again. Khalil Herbert also not the running back in Chicago. You have fun with your Khalil Herbert. I will take the Roschon Johnson chair and win leagues. Bears ran the ball more than anyone except. And Justin Fields isn't going to be doing the rushing here. Khalil Herbert can't block. I know they spent money on Donta Foreman, but he's not really a receiver either. Roschon's the only guy who can do everything, which is the best way to see the field as a running back. When is the first preseason game? If we haven't had the first game of the season yet, have we?
August 3rd, so this Thursday.
This Thursday, huh?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Who got a $5 Jarek McKinnon?
I got a $4 Jarek McKinnon.
Genius. Absolutely genius.
That was, I got 2 running backs I'm waiting on and a defense, so I feel pretty good I'll get what I want. I'm going to have money left over, so that's a big thing that I'm noticing is I keep shorting myself one top-end wide receiver, and I just got to decide on who that's going to be and just grab that guy when, he comes. Because I can get these, I feel like I've been getting a couple of running backs that I like in that $50 to $60 range. And I keep getting my Terry McLaurin's, DJ Moore's. I'm comfortable going into a fantasy season with Terry McLaurin and DJ Moore as my number 2 and number 3 wide receiver. I think I can build my roster around that. I can shore that up elsewhere, and I'm going to come out ahead. Who is this? Jordan Addison? Not someone I care about. So, I'm really close to being done here. So is Fatty. Adam, you only got $5. You spent that money early. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because there's a lot of young guys that, there's so many good dollar guys, because Roschon Johnson is a dollar guy. Charbonnet is a dollar guy. I think Alec Pierce is a dollar guy. I think who's the there's a bunch of dollar guys. Let me look through this list actually instead of trying to figure it out. You can wait and there are guys like James Cook, Elijah Moore, Jordan Addison, Samaje Perine, Kadarius Toney, Chigakonkwa, Cortland Sutton, Charbonnet. There are guys you can get late that I feel have real solid upside if you decide to go top heavy in an auction. I just haven't been doing that. What is going on here? Why is it not show? Oh, that's why it's not showing. It's because it's my turn to nominate. Oh, it's your turn to nominate. Who are you nominating, Evan? There we go. You're making me nervous. You almost nominated my defense. Who is Who does Fatty got here? Let's see what his team looks like. Lamar Jackson, Najee Harris, Darren Waller, Mark Andrews, Drake London, DeAndre Hopkins, David Montgomery, Brandon Ayuk, A.J. Dillon, George Pickens, Javonte Williams for 7, George Pickens for 5. I like. Odell Beckham for 3. That's a nice little value play that I kind of like. I also like Miami. Betting on Vic Fangio to have a good defense, very solid move. Hold on. Okay. Let's just go $18 here. So here's where I let Evan get Samaje Perine for $19. I had 2 running backs in my queue, but my real goal was to just take out money here. So, yeah, it's very important. If you're going to do auction, the best part about being in an auction draft is being as petty and spiteful to your friends as you can be. Like, if you're not doing that, why the fuck are you even in an auction draft? That's what I have to say. I did that specifically. Like, that was the price point I was willing to go and still get my last player. But if Evan decided he wanted to try to mess with me to run up the price, I was going to screw him. Or if Fatty wanted him, I was going to let Fatty... but I put it actually at 17 so Fatty couldn't get him. Like, I'm happy with Samaje Perine, actually. I think Samaje Perine is the guy to own in Denver. He was fantastic for fantasy last year. At DFS, too, like, you were getting good prices for him and getting great return on your dollar. And I don't think Javonte Williams is going to be ready early. Like, they went out of their way. Sean Payton, that might have been his first signing with Samaje Perine. It was one of them anyways. And that should tell you something about what Sean Payton thinks of him. Sean Payton loves his running back. So Samaje Perine is one of my favorite late-round running backs in this draft. So as much as I'm giving Evan shit for spending that much money on him, I don't actually hate it.
I'm not a Javonte is going to be around in the last half of the season believer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that he will either. I think he's not going to be fantasy relevant for another year. But I'm excited that next year, when it takes him a year to come back, if we don't know, if there's any kind of question mark, you'll be done. Oh, you can't take him. You hit the max on running backs, huh?
Yeah, that's good that they batched that. It used to not have that happen, and it would just let you win the auction, then say nothing, and reset the clock and redo the auction with 20 seconds left. And so everyone would just sit around confused, and then they dropped the chat, so I couldn't go into chat and be like, look, people, here's what's happening. Stop winning this running back.
Jonathan Taylor is about to be put on the non-football injury list.
I think he failed his physical. Hold on.
You son of a bitch! You had to drop that news there. I fucking lost my defense. Damn it! What's the point of having the most money left and making him spend that much money on Samaje Perine if I'm going to let him get Dallas from me? It's only okay if I'm petty in a draft. I want to point out, what Evan did was fucking immoral and wrong. And I hate him.
Love you.
God damn it. That's fine. I'm just going to take Buffalo, and I'll be fine with that. Wait. What just happened? Are you kidding me? I hit the Dallas thing too late, and not only that, I got fucking stuck with goddamn 2 kickers. This goddamn draft turned into a train wreck. I got Harrison Butker for $5.
I need a kicker.
And I was trying to get last second click on Dallas because I had just noticed too late. And Harrison Butker somehow went out there.
See, if this is
this is a horse shit.
If this is a real auction, I could offer to pay you $4 for Butker, and we could just work that out.
I will trade you Harrison Butker for your Dallas defense.
Never.
God damn it. So guys, the lesson here, always pay attention in your auction draft. Maybe don't take edibles before you sit down. Also, that can prove to be a problem, as I am now discovering.
I love how Jonathan Taylor is literally trying to negotiate with crazy. Isn't there a saying about that or something?
I mean, he's not. Yeah, he's not going to win, but you got to try.
But of all the owners to try that with, you have to go with the one who's just not living in reality.
Honestly, I feel like Ursi's the guy who's more likely to be like, no, you do deserve this money.
Oh, really?
Like, don't you? I feel like Ursi tries to do right by his people. He didn't take Andrew Luck's money back when he retired. No?
He's been tweeting some.
I feel like Ursi's loyal to his players.
He's been tweeting some mean stuff about running backs.
Has he?
Yeah.
Well,
saying that, like, look, you signed the CBA running backs. What's wrong with you?
They didn't sign it. It was signed like 10 years ago.
Try to convince that to Jim Irsay.
And it's like the fact that the Players Association, look, that's an easy way. Like those, if all the running backs are just like, we're all not playing, that's going to have an impact. God damn it. $26 Roschon Johnson, no defense. That's what this draft is going to be. This is just a waste. This just broke my heart. I hate this so much. So are we ready to move on to snake draft?
We're running down there. Fatty's got nothing.
You have no idea.
Like, Adam's got $3 left. I've got 4 left.
I'm not even upset about missing on Dallas so much as because I clicked trying to get that last second bid in on Dallas. I ended up with a second fucking kicker. Like, do you know how much that fucking sucks?
I'm sorry.
Oh, good God. It's a mock draft. I wouldn't be doing, if this was a real draft, I would, like, with money on the line, I would not have zoned out like that. But also, it's kind of funny, so. Who's the next guy in my queue? You know what? Who wants him for $26? Just me? Okay, cool. So, I'm done. I got $26 Roschon Johnson. You guys might think I overpaid. I think I got a steal. Also, I think I fucked up this draft. I had too much money left over. This is something I got to fix before next time. Because 2 drafts in a row, I have too much money left over, and that is a danger. Like, you don't want to have too little money. And Evan's rule of thumb is always you want like $2 for each bench player left, and maybe a kicker defense. Like, if you have that little bit left in your pool while you're filling up your main roster, that's the best way. I personally like to have like $3 per player on my bench left if I can. And it's just if you have too much, like, you'll get more of your guys on your bench and you'll have a stronger bench. But at the same time, like, the reason you're spending money on some of those earlier guys is because you're getting guys who are more sure things. So, yeah, I'm done too. And Evan's done.
Adam, are you cool if we move on? I guess Adam can just stick around. We're not affecting his bidding, so
yeah. We're gonna start a snake draft. I'm out of here. Actually, before we leave though, let's go over the teams that are left here of Discord guys. My team: Aaron Jones, Terry McLaurin, Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf, Christian Watson, Mike Williams, Trevor Lawrence, DJ Moore, Kyle Pitts, Christian Kirk, Brian Johnson, Daniel Carlson, Jerick McKinnon, Anderson Butker, Roschon Johnson. God, that fucking fell apart hard on me at the end. I'm now very upset with my team. Honestly, I should have had one better. I should have upgraded DK Metcalf to like Stephon Diggs. If I had done this draft right, I would feel a lot stronger about this team.
I can see that, yeah.
Adam's got Travis Kelce, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Herbert, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, James Conner, Deontay Johnson, Rashad White, Brandon Cooks, James Cooks. I like James Cook a lot. I hate Antonio Gibson. Think Bigsby. I did not like his tape. I don't know why everyone loves him so much. I don't see it. Maybe I'll be wrong. I won't be. Everyone who likes him is dumb and wrong. Fatty McFatty's got Lamar Jackson, Najee Harris, Darren Waller, Mark Andrews, Drake London, DeAndre Hopkins, David Montgomery, Brandon Ayuk, and A.J. Dillon, who I said I'm not a big fan of, but I get why people like them. Javonte Williams, George Pickens, Odell Beckham Jr. I don't believe in Donta Foreman. I think Roschon's the guy to own. I love Miami's defense, and Evan McPherson's a solid kicker. Evan's got Josh Allen, Devontae Smith, Cam Akers and Travis Etienne. Calvin Ridley for $31. $31. Isaiah Pacheco for $8. DeAndre Swift.
My number one player. I spent the most on Calvin Ridley.
Pat Fryermuth, Jamal Williams, Jordan Addison, Samaje Perine, Dallas Cowboys, Kadarius Toney. Love Kadarius Toney for $1. Tyler Bass. Solid team.
Thank you.
And we are going to move on to a standard snake draft. 12-man. We have a room that we're looking at here. We should probably wait for this 50-second thing to happen. I don't want us to rush in and miss it. So
yeah, I'm gonna make one for 15 minutes so I can check up on my kid's health and see what I'm doing for dinner and stuff.
We could take a nice little break here. Yeah, let's wait till that thing gets going. Then you can post it. We got
we're waiting 1 minute for it to spawn a new.
You said we're going for 1 in 10 minutes?
15. I'm waiting for it to spawn. It's gonna spawn in 60 seconds.
Okay, cool. Oh, good God. I am so upset about that. If I have Dallas is my number one defense this year in fantasy, and I will probably be going hard for them in August.
So we do 12 teams?
I think a 12 team is a solid choice. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Right.
There it is.
So we doing the Hail Mary?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Let's try this. This could be a fun one. We're going into 5 spot. We're in the Hail Mary. Evan's going to link it into YouTube chat and into Discord. And we'll be back in 10 minutes before this guy starts. Maybe more. I knew it sounded weird. Thank you for pointing that out. So, as I was saying, in 2 minutes and 13 seconds, we are going to be starting, or I should say 2 minutes and 3 seconds. I was looking at the clock on the stream. Well, we're going to be starting a 12-man snake draft. I haven't done a draft from the 5 spot, but I have my first tier is 5 guys. So I kind of want to see like what team I'll end up building from here. I suspect I know who I'm going to get into 5 spot, but I could get surprised. So we'll get started in a minute 38 seconds. Evan will hopefully be back in time for his pick because he's picking number 1. Hopefully he's at least set his cue like a gentleman always does. Evan, did you set your cue?
Heck no.
No? Okay, because you're going to be up in 1 minute and 21 seconds. So
can I set my cue? Can I set my cue when the draft room's not available?
Oh, that's a good point. You can't. Well, it would have been enough in 2 minutes before it started once the group opened up, so not that big a deal. I am lounging. You can see the mess that is my child's bedroom. But he's got the nice computer, so this is where I stream from.
I made my family clean the whole house with me this summer, and now we live in a clean house and not a trash dump.
That's interesting. I should probably start doing that. We're going to have to because this is an absolute trash dump.
What we did, the theme of the summer was level up in cleanliness, and so they earned video game time for cleaning well.
That's good. My kid's too old for that kind of discipline.
Every day, we'll take it away from him and then give it back.
Yeah. He does the chores that we set him out to do.
Every day we would draw a room. We wrote down all the rooms in the house in a hat, and every day we would draw one and clean it. And then we made a list of cleanliness expectations and put it on the wall of the main room to remind people how to keep it clean.
That's a good idea.
Well, teach 5th grade long enough and you figure it out.
I guess. So we got draft is launching right now. Pew, 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 pew.
And guess what else is launching right now?
I don't know, but
that was
cool. I was waiting for a double entendre there.
No, I was just opening a beer. My wife's out of town. Yeah. Yeah, but you can only Minecraft. Don't watch YouTube. That's a little too overstimulating right now. Okay, is that a deal?
Which Calvin, only Minecraft.
Tony was showing me who's the YouTube guy you were watching? That dude who chugs things. Can't remember what he was called, but that was interesting. Watching guys just drink as quickly as possible.
Is it Shoe Nice?
I don't remember, but hopefully Tony hears me and then tells us what the guy's name is in the chat.
They don't let you do that.
Oh!
What?
Now I'm sad. I should have went for the 6th spot, because I actually have 6 guys I want.
That's why we mock.
Well, that's fine. I haven't drafted from the 5 spot, so we'll see how this plays out. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do this. But I feel like this is... No, I don't think this is a mistake. Because I said it yesterday. I think Bijan Robinson's going to have, like, Adrian Peterson. Like, I think he's going to be that fucking good. So, in case you didn't figure out, Bijan's in my top 6.
He should be.
But, huh?
He should be.
He shouldn't be, or he should be?
He should be, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I like him over Eckler. I like him over Jonathan Taylor. The only running back I like more than Bijan Robinson this year is Christian McCaffrey. And I know he's a rookie, and there's a little inherent risk, but I can only trust my eyes. And that dude's college tape is unfucking real. Like, he is the truth. I was getting in arguments with Tony in real life saying that if Bijan Robinson falls to 10, I don't have a problem with the Bears taking him, even though I know they need offensive linemen. There were offensive tackles we could have taken in the 2nd round. And Bijan Robinson is a next generation talent. Like, I want as many elite players on my team, which I'm happy with who they took, and I'm glad they didn't have to make that choice because I understand why people don't like the idea of taking running backs in the 1st round. I personally think the argument is stupid that you can get a running back anywhere. Like, history kind of says that the guys who are taken in the first round end up being really fucking good. And the idea that you can just find running backs anywhere, running backs aren't that good in the league anymore. Like, they used to be a lot better. So I don't know that I buy that. I think I'd rather invest in safety, and I'd rather get that guy on a cost control contract for the first 5 years if you're not going to pay him anyway. So that is my running back rant for the day. Bijan Robinson is the truth.
Oops, sorry I made people wait there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did make us wait. I didn't even notice we started. Justin Jefferson, number 1 pick. I can't fault it. Jamar Chase. Okay, Cooper Kupp. And I'm not actually taking Bijan here, though. I'm taking Travis Kelce because at this point, Travis Kelce has earned being taken in the top 5. Like, I'm done, like, trying to be like, well, maybe, no fucking maybe about it. He's always fucking amazing.
For the replacement beer sheets I created, I made a formula, and it's basically value over replacement player. It's value over replacement player. I didn't mess around with it too much. And Travis Kelce keeps coming out number 1 in a lot of settings because it's just the value over him over like the tight end 11 is way more than the value of a wide receiver over wide receiver 30.
This is going to be interesting. Let's see how the queue looks. I think that is the order. I'm very curious. Like, I'm going to get, like, there's no way I won't get what I want with my second pick. Probably even my third pick. But at the same time, like, what this bottom here? Oh, holy shit. How did I miss those guys? Yeah.
Did a bot pick JT?
I mean, so they haven't figured it out yet, but that shit's going to work itself out. Fatty with AJ Brown and Chris Olave, that is a sexy swing. I love that so much here. That's so good. That's so good. Who else from the Discord's in here? Oh, Tony's in here with Bijan Robinson. Tony, my man.
Anthony is also from the Discord.
Who?
Anthony.
Yeah, it's Tony.
Oh, hi. Have I had
Bijan
edibles?
and Derrick Henry.
Have I had edibles?
That's it. Oh, huh?
Have I had edibles?
Yeah. What a fucking play right there. Oh, that's so sexy. Really curious to see who gets taken here. Ooh. I didn't think you were going to fall to me, Garrett Wilson.
Plasma just snipes me. You know you do that on purpose.
What's going on here? I'm on Ross St. Brown, Jalen Waddle. That's kind of what I figured was going to happen. Yeah, Najee was a guy I was looking at over there. But Garrett Wilson, oh. If I could get Kelce and Wilson to start off a draft, I'd feel pretty damn good about that.
I'm remembering why I don't like snake drafts.
Yeah, Breece Hall, okay.
Don't like Breece Hall, but I like him better than like Ramondre or Higgins or any of these losers. Oh, I should have grabbed Gibbs. Oh, should have grabbed
Gibbs would have been a good pick there.
Yeah, I like him better than Breece.
But you could have gotten Devonta Smith too. T. Higgins.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, Kelce stack. That's what I was hoping for. Like, I'm reaching on a quarterback with this build, but I kind of want to see what I can do. And I feel like I got a stud wide receiver to go with Kelsey and Mahomes. Like, I feel like that should be able to carry me a lot of weeks. Let's see if I can like the team that I build from here, because it's going to be hard.
Wife just texted me. She's in San Francisco, and she remembered to take her luggage onto the plane this time. So,
pretty important. You definitely want to have that with you.
Last time she was like, I think I left my luggage in the taxi to the hotel. And then the airport calls me and goes, did you leave a very suspicious bag? And I'm like, probably. But it was before she even boarded the plane.
I have a feeling that I'm not going to be feeling that strongly about this. Just looking at how I'm setting up my queue now, I'm not loving this, but hopefully I can put this thing together nicely. Evans got Justin Jefferson, Mark Andrews, Breece Hall. That's solid. Oh, you went Joe Burrow at 3.2. Adam was thinking what I was with Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. Najee at the running back spot. I can dig that. Oh, and it's coming back to me right now already. Interesting. Who is getting picked over here? Damn, this is kind of... I didn't realize it was coming back to me this quickly. Wonder what Luke is doing. You son of a bitch, Luke. I was excited that I was about to just get him, and I did, and you stole that from me. You monster. You know what? Let's go Miles Sanders. Ugh. Did I miss DJ Moore getting taken?
Scroll down.
Fatty takes him at 3.12. That's way earlier than I've seen him go. I'll be honest, I don't hate it.
Hit the wrong button there.
If you know he's not coming back to you, and there's a good chance he wasn't coming back to him, that is not a bad move there.
That was okay. I hit the wrong player there. Breece, I hit Dameon Pierce, but I have back-to-back, so I could go ahead and get the Calvin Ridley I wanted. So that's not the worst thing.
And you got a second running back there.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Damn, I didn't even see that happen. Holy shits. Yeah, we're doing that. I was thinking of Terry McLaurin there, but goddamn, Drake London is my number 2. I feel pretty good about. And I already got Kelsey, so I'm not trying to take Pitts at the next swing, which is what I've kind of been doing. Like, if I don't get Kyle Pitts, I try to get Drake London. If I get Drake London, If I don't get Drake London, I try to get Kyle Pitts. Like, I feel like that's a fun way to do this. Miles Sanders is my second running back. I'm just Oh, he's my first running back. Oh shit! I need to start worrying about running backs. Did I miss? Did Aaron Jones had to have just gone. That's the only explanation for that. What are we doing here? Oh, son of a bitch. He went 3.9? That's so early. Also, that's where he should be going. This is interesting. Fatty getting Kyle Pitts. I love it. Josh with Justin Fields. I don't think you're in our Discord, but you should be. That's what I will say to you, Mr. Josh. What is this going to be here? Anthony on the clock. Who's Tony taking here? Ugh. Man, of course the 2 guys I had in my queue. Fuck it, we'll go Mike Williams, wide receiver 3. I love Justin Herbert this year. I'll bet on Mike Williams. Look at the running backs that we're going to be taking next. Dude, we should do the snake draft before we do the auction drafts. because this just stresses me out, and I'm like, if this was an auction draft, I wouldn't be trying to take these scrubs. Some of them I would be trying to get. This makes me mad.
I think these are a bit more popular, too, so it'd be nice to lead with the most popular foot.
Yeah, but, ugh. This is just breaking my goddamn hearts. Alright, let's see what we're going to do here. Damn. Going Samaje Perine here, because I don't know if he's going to come back to me. And I said it in the auction draft earlier, I think he's going to be the guy to own in Denver. Like, he might end up being the number one fantasy guy there.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
And you get him in the 7th round, that's a value.
He's a rare find statistically in that he's going to be pretty strong at the start of the season, and then most likely pretty strong at the end of the season. So you get those early wins to
He's got a good floor with like a real ceiling, like as a low end RB1 based on usage. Like Sean Payton runs the ball. You look at his success rate as a head coach when it comes to running. I like betting. I like betting on Samaje Perine in the mid rounds. I think that's a great bet if you're going to leave your if you're going to go for the stud wide receivers early. Throwing Samaje Perine, those builds all look really good. All right, I got to figure out what wide receivers I might want. Ooh, you are a receiver. I would definitely want involved in me. Okay, there's still some guys. I'm done being angsty. I already grabbed you, so I can't do that. Ooh, I can definitely grab you. You know what? I'm going to get you in the back of the drafts because you deserve it. Yeah, I talk up my guys. If you aren't sweet talking picks before you make them, you even play in fantasy football? All right. Let's look at how some of this is going. Oh, it's my turn to draft here. Yeah, I think I'm going Jahan Dotson here. I feel like that's a really solid pick right here. That fills out my starting roster nicely. Let's look at some of these teams real quick. So my team here, I got Patrick Mahomes, Garrett Wilson, Drake London, Miles Sanders, Samaje Perine, Travis Kelce, and Mike Williams, filling up my starters. My first bench spot, Jahan Dotson. I feel pretty good about that. I think Miles Sanders and Samaje Perine are pretty solid floor guys, and my receivers are all explosive as hell. I got the best quarterback and best tight end in football. I thought I was going to hate this a lot more than I do. I think I put together a nice, strong lineup. After me, we got a man called Evan Hoovler. Got Dak Prescott, Justin Jefferson, Calvin Ridley, Breece Hall, Damian Pierce. We have CBS the Great in the chat. I don't know who that is. I don't think you locks this channel, Evan. We got a stream going on right now, man. So, just letting you know. Thanks. Okay, maybe not. What now? He's dead. I don't know what the hell he's doing here.
It's a private
Damian
channel.
Pierce.
What the hell?
Mark Andrews. Oh, it's my pick again. Treylon Burks, come on down. I will worry about running backs later because, frankly, I want Treylon Burks and I want.
Okay, I figured it out. People won't be popping in here anymore.
Okay. So we got Justin Jefferson, Calvin Ridley, Breece Hall, Damian Pierce, Mark Andrews, Rashad Penny, Jordan Addison, Jerick McKinnon. Solid. It's not how I would have built my team, but I get what you're going for. Let's see. Adams got Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, DeAndre Hopkins, Najee Harris, Isaiah Pacheco, David Njoku, Chris Godwin, Marquise Brown, A.J. Dillon. I don't like A.J. Dillon. I'm just going to keep saying that. Like, I'm done with everyone trying to talk me into A.J. Dillon. It's not going to happen. Solid team, though, Adam. Let's see. Tony here got Jared Goff. Oh, I fucking love it. I was saying that yesterday, that I think Jared Goff is a guy who's going to really outperform where he's picked. So you got Jared Goff, T. Higgins, Keenan Allen, Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Tyler Lockett. That is a solid-ass looking team. You know what? Let's have some fun here. Take a Charbonnet.
I was gonna if you weren't.
And then let's see. Tony here has got Tyler Lockett. You got Christian Kirk, Michael Pittman, Alvin Kamara. I don't like Antonio Gibson. I think they hate him. So I'm afraid to use him. But I get it. Like, he should be better than he is. Fatty has got Trevor Lawrence, A.J. Brown, Chris Olave, David Montgomery, Brian Robinson, Kyle Pitts, DJ Moore, George Pickens, Elijah Moore, Damian Harris. It's a solid-ass team. I like it. I mean, Olave, A.J. Brown, really good. I think David Montgomery's being slept on this year. He's going to be fantastic. I like Brian Robinson's floor. I love Kyle Pitts. Love DJ Moore. Love Trevor Lawrence. Like, after my team, I think Fatty's is my favorite, which does not surprise me at all. So, Roshan here. Why not? So let's see. So that changes my team up a little bit here. What are we looking at here? I got Mahomes, Garrett Wilson, Drake London, Miles Sanders, Samaje Perine, Travis Kelce, Mike Williams, Jahan Dotson, Treylon Burks, Zach Charbonnet, Roshan Johnson. All right, I got my two favorite rookie running backs after Gibbs and Bijan. I think these guys are the most likely to be fantasy relevant of any of the running backs that were drafted this year. So I want shares of them because if I'm right, those rookie guys, if you predict the right like mid-round breakout rookie running back, there's always one. If you get those guys right, you're ahead of the curve in your drafts. And I just got to trust my eyes. And like for Charbonnet, I think we've already seen. I mean, Walker's already hurt, but then so is Charbonnet. So I don't even know what to say about that. But Walker is the guy who they're going to have to manage his workload. I think Kenneth Walker is one of the great values this year. But I think Charbonnet, I think both of those guys can be fantasy relevant. I think the Eagles, or not the Eagles, the Seahawks have a really good offense. So I'm willing to take some chances on that. Who do I want to take here? I gotta look this up here. See what the... That's what I was thinking, so that makes me feel better. I love me some Zay Flowers. That's who I just took. I think Odell Beckham Jr. has got to prove he can stay healthy. Rashad Bateman, the same. If both of those guys continue under injury, Zay Flowers, with the way Monken's going to throw the football, could end up being I have a bet on him being the number one rookie wide receiver in yards this year because I feel like Zay Flowers had pretty long odds, and he's such a good bet to hit that. Like another one, I think I like it at that price is going to be Quentin, just because Keenan Allen and Mike Williams also showed they can get hurt, and Justin Herbert's going to have to throw the football, and that dude has an athletic profile. So there's like it's a worthwhile bet to bet on Quentin Johnson to hit that number because the offense, Kellen Moore's going to throw it, and the opportunity and the draft capital spent, like he might be in the best situation of anyone of the rookie wide receivers. I mean, how could you not be? You got fucking Justin Herbert. You know what? I haven't taken you yet, so I'm going to try to get me one share of Darnell Mooney because I still believe a little bit, but I think DJ Moore is really the safest guy to own, and he hasn't been going in like Betty taking him into the third round. Not crazy because there was a good chance he wasn't coming back to him. He had to wait 24 more picks. Always get your guy, but you can get him in the fifth round, and DJ Moore in the fifth round could be a wide receiver one. That's one of my favorite plays. He's been a wide receiver one most of his career, and he's got the best quarterback of his career right now. So DJ Moore is being seriously undervalued in drafts. Oh, shoot. I only took 4 running backs. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, well. I don't mind having a lot of receivers when there's so many good ones. We're going to go Myers here, kicker. I just happened to be on the kicker page. What are we going to do here? You know what? That could be a fun bet. Ooh, bounce back bet. That possible? I wonder, what do you guys think of the Rams as a sleeper defense this year? Like, one of those guys you take late. I mean, all it takes is for Aaron Donald to just kind of get his shit back together. And that defense could, come out, you know? Yeah, I don't really believe it either. I'm just trying to talk myself into it.
I mean, they face San Francisco, who's okay for fantasy, and Geno Smith will throw up some picks, and Arizona's a hot fire of a dumpster. So.
Yeah. I definitely think they might be someone that we're going to be able to stream at some point. So what defense are you taking here with your last pick, Evan?
I already took Denver 3 picks ago.
Oh, 2 picks ago. Oh. So you're just taking Juwan Johnson for your last tight end? You already got Mark Andrews.
I was trying to do running back roulette, where I just spin my mouse wheel and click on somebody, but I didn't think of it.
Here's one of my sleeper defenses. Taking Detroit. I think Detroit's going to make another leap, and I think it's going to be on the defensive side. Aiden Hutchinson's the fucking truth, man. He looked so good last year. I mean, I don't care. I stream defenses anyway, but I'll throw that flyer out there. And also, I don't just stream defenses. I throw out I have a defensive streamer article every week during the regular season, guys. If you're watching, I'll give you my top 3 streamer picks. I try to only grab guys that are 50% or less owned, so that you have options. Because a lot of the options that you'll see are pretty obvious if they're available. But I put some thought into it, and my hit rate's pretty damn good when it comes to it. So,
all right. Vote for best team. That's not yours.
I'm trying to look at it, but it just kicked me out, I think. Where's the results? Here we go. So, best team that's not mine. That's the best way to look at it. So, Evan, you got Dak Prescott, Justin Jefferson, Calvin Ridley, Breece Hall, Dameon Pierce, Andrews, Rashad Penny, Brandon McManus, Denver's defense, Jordan Addison, Jerick McKinnon, Rashid Shaheed, Donta Foreman, Kadarius Toney, Juwan Johnson. I like your bench. That's an interesting bench. Your benches always have a similar quality to them. I like that you've really mastered your methodology for building a bench.
Thank you.
Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, DeAndre Hopkins, Najee Harris, Isaiah Pacheco, David Njoku, Chris Godwin, Jake Elliott, Washington's defense, Marquise Brown, A.J. Dillon, Elijah Mitchell. Nice. Brandon Cooks, Quentin Johnson. I was just saying, Sam Laporta, interesting pick there. I don't hate that because I think he's got a good chance of being pretty damn good. Tony's got Goff, T. Higgins, Keenan Allen, Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Dalton Schultz, Tyler Lockett, Matt Gay, Pittsburgh defense, Christian Kirk, Michael Pittman, Alvin Kamara, Antonio Gibson, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Adam Thielen. Tony might have my favorite team so far. That's not mine. Only person who's going to have to compete with is Fatty. And I think Fatty's going to take it because I remembered that he had A.J. Brown and Chris Olave with David Montgomery and Brian Robinson, Kyle Pitts, DJ Moore, Trevor Lawrence, Patterson in Detroit, although I think he was actually just cut. He might not be their picker anymore. Baltimore, George Pickens, Elijah Moore, Damian Harris, Sky Moore, Zay Jones, and Chuba Herbert. Yeah, I'm going Fatty, actually. I'm going to give it a tie between Tony and Fatty because I like both of their teams.
Check out Andy. Andy's my vote.
Andy,
he's clear he went auto draft at one point because he has 2 defenses, 2 quarterbacks, and 2 tight ends. But
but he reached on kicker and defense, which makes me
I think he left. This is totally reeks of a left halfway through the draft.
His bench sucks. I like how he built his starting core a little bit, but honestly, I don't like James Conner this year. I think James Conner
this year
gets injured, and he's on the worst team in football by a significant margin. I don't want running backs that are going to be on bottom 5 offenses. Those guys don't even have good return as flex value. There's so much inherent risk in James Conner, I can't touch him. Joe Mixon, fine, I guess. Saquon Barkley, who knows if he sits out?
No, Saquon Barkley signed. Saquon Barkley signed.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, $11 million for 1 year.
I will now be picking him up in leagues. Saquon Barkley.
They gave him the franchise tag and threw in an extra $1 million, so he's getting $11 million.
How fucking hard is that to do?
Right?
Pay attention, teams. Like,
right?
What a smart move. If I was Saquon, though, I would have made him make it so they can't franchise me again.
He might not have been franchised. It might have just been a 1-year deal. But it was clear that they were like, okay.
Adam, name your terms for pizza bets. I will 100% take a pizza bet that James Conner is not good this year. What are we talking about here? Top 24 running back, he won't be one. That's what I'll say right now. He will not finish as an RB1 or an RB2.
I like the thought that they were like, Jacob or Barkley, will you sign your franchise tag? No. Barkley, we'll give you $1 million. All right.
Sure. Yeah. I'll sign $1 million because part of the issue with that franchise tag is the money that he's losing. So you make up for it with giving money. That's honestly smart. And they were supposedly close to actually getting a long-term deal with him, I think, at some point. So eventually you'll get that going.
So should we run one more back?
I'll run one more.
What do you feel like?
Hold on one second, because I just closed this. All right, guys, we're going to do one more of these snake drafts before we go. Tell me the room. We got one starting in 5 minutes. All right.
I kind of want to do run and gun that starts in 1 minute to see if there's no bots, but I feel like I'm getting cute with it.
No. I want to give people a chance who are still here if they want to.
All right, did you say 2 minute warning?
No, I didn't say anything.
Let's do 2 minute warning. It fires in 5 minutes.
Hold on. Where's 2 minute warning? In 5 minutes? I don't see 2 minute warning at all.
You might have to refresh or something. It popped up just now. You know what, Adam? I'm going to get out of this one and wait for a new one to pop up. Power sweep just popped up. Because this one filled too fast. Can we do power sweep?
Power sweep it is. Taken. Oh, you son of a bitch!
Me?
No, TJ. I was going for the swing spot. I was taking Fatty's spot because I wanted to see how a build would look from there. This monster. So we're in power sweep, guys.
It filled.
Starts in 4 minutes and 40 seconds. You guys want to do one more auction draft or snake draft with us? Although there's only one spot left, so if you want to get in on this one, you're gonna have to move. I think this one's just gonna be me and Evan though.
But stick around. It seems like people are dropping.
Huh?
Should we drop and get another one? This one filled in 1 second. It was weird.
I don't mind doing a different one.
All right.
Let's leave.
So Adam, Fatty, Tony. Let's do unsportsmanlike conduct.
There we go. Unsportsmanlike conducts. And I got my spots. The 12th spot. So I feel better. We're in unsportsmanlike conduct. I'd say link it in the chat. Link it in the.
There we go. Adam's in here. I honestly don't have time to link it in the chat. It's full. Oh. But Fatty and Adam got in. So.
Oh wow! It filled up just now. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're good here. Tony did not make it, but that's
Sorry
okay.
About that.
Because why would you do another one when you won the last one?
Tony, thanks for moderating the chat. If you have somewhere you need to be, we are good. Although we always love your input, so feel free to stick around. But thank you. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
People knew you were here. That's why they all behaved.
Because he's got a big wrench next to his name that's going to
that's awesome.
beat up people.
I love how it lets me do that instantly. I don't have to go into Twitch settings and do nonsense.
Evan, remind me before we, when we're done, off the air, there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
I meant to do it yesterday and I completely forgot.
Okay. Does it have to do with beer sheets?
No.
Okay. Are you breaking up with me?
It's not you, it's me.
God. Oh, wait, let me get you back on screen here. There you go.
Oh, wow, what happened to me? I got tiny. There we go. 2 minutes, 24 seconds. God, I have no patience for this. New York Times Sudoku cameras.
Why is it still tiny? Oh, it must be. There we go.
Man, I gotta figure out. Like, I'm annoyed. I just want the queue to start up because I haven't drafted from a 12 spot yet. I have no idea what I'm going to build. But if I can get Chris Olave and AJ Brown, I think I'll feel like pretty damn good about myself.
Olave going 13th is odd to me. Seems high.
Well, no, it isn't, because you have to remember, when you're taking someone at 13, you got to think of all the guys from 13 to 24.
Oh, basically. Right, snake draft.
That's when you're in the snake draft. That's really important to realize that when you're on the back end, understand that if there's a guy you really like who might not be there at your turn, don't be afraid to reach on a guy. Like, don't worry about consensus rankings. Make sure you're getting the guy that you want the most on your team. And if you do enough of these, you get a feel for where they go. I was surprised DJ Moore hadn't come back to me in the fourth because I thought I'd have a chance. But the reason he didn't was because Patty knew if he waited on DJ Moore, he wasn't going to come back to him. And he was right. I was going to take him with that fourth round.
That's right. I don't really speak snake draft. You know, it's like I'm playing Scrabble in French.
Yeah.
But I have an anecdote about that.
About playing Scrabble in French?
Uh-huh. It's a really good anecdote. There's a man. What is his name?
We'll call him Pepe.
No, he's from New Zealand, so call him Bilbo. Nigel Richards. Here we go. Nigel Richards is known as the Michael Jordan of Scrabble. Like, he lives in New Zealand, and he just crushes it. And one day, he decided he wanted to enter more Scrabble tournaments to supplement his income. And so he didn't speak a word of French, signed up for the French Scrabble Championships in like 10 months, and won it. And he still does not speak a word of French. He just pored over French dictionaries, learned enough French words, won the Scrabble tournament, and they're like, "Oh, bonjour," and he's like, "I don't know what you're saying, man. I'm going home."
That's insane.
Yeah.
that doesn't feel like it should be possible.
He's known as the Michael Jordan of Scrabble. Like, if you type in Michael Jordan Scrabble, like, you get a billion articles about him.
I feel like that comparison doesn't work. Because when Michael Jordan tried playing baseball, it didn't. He still wasn't like.
That's true. That's very true.
I feel like if you're going to use that analogy, I feel like he just proved that he surpassed Michael Jordan.
That's true. Yeah, someone said it's like if Tiger Woods at his peak was like, "I think I'll try tennis," and then wins Wimbledon the next time. You're like, "What the hell, man?" You're right. That's not. Wow, that is a really bad nickname.
All right. I think I got this queue set up right because there's a pretty good chance that some of these guys are going to go before me. But I got my order here, my top 12 guys. If somehow all of these guys are taken with the top 12 picks, I'll be like really upset. All right. 12. God, this is taking forever.
Oh my God, are we still waiting?
We're waiting in 1 minute to draft.
I'm like reading about French Scrabble now.
Yeah, that's madness.
Apparently he's now won 10 major French titles. And still does not speak a word of French.
I wonder if there's a trick to it. Like, knowing what kind of words we'll have. That doesn't make sense, though. I'm going to stop thinking about it. It's going to break my brain. Oh, my God. I think the problem with taking edibles and waiting for a clock to go down is
time goes slower and slower.
I mean, like, I've been waiting for this draft to start for 3 hours, which seems patently unfair because it was just 2 minutes for the rest of you. You ever see the South Park where Cartman freezes himself because he can't wait for the Wii to come out in 3 months? Like, there's that scene where he keeps looking at he keeps turning in his bed, he looks at the clock, then he does all this stuff, and then he looks at the clock and only 5 minutes has passed.
Yes. I, too, have taken a bong load of salvia once.
Oh, God. That scene, that cracks me up. And I remember watching that for the first time, and then when they went full, like, Buck Rogers on that thing, I was like, oh, I didn't know I wanted this until it came. That's one of my favorite South Park things I've ever done. That is how I feel about the snake draft and these people taking fucking forever to make their picks. At least we started here. JJ McCaffrey, Jamar Chase, Austin Eckler, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Travis Kelce, Nick Chubb, Bijan Robinson. Hey, on the plus side, I still got 6 guys in the queue, so I'm definitely getting someone I like. Ooh, I'm excited about this. How's this going to play out? Evan, you tell me. It's your pick.
Thank you.
You got 5 seconds left, too. Take one. Nice. Oh, good God. This is going to be so fucking sexy. There's no way I'm not going to love this. Why does it say... It's my pick, right? Yeah. AJ Brown, come on down. Devontae Adams, let's go. How is that for a start of a draft? AJ Brown and Devontae Adams. I feel like it's safe to say I'm doing okay.
You were rhyming a lot.
Huh?
You were rhyming a lot. Not complaining, just observing.
Oh, no, I'm like, it's not intentional, honestly. No, I took Patrick Mahomes last time. I'm not going to put him in my queue. That could be really fun if that guy. Yeah. Oh, that could be so fun. Who's the other guy I got to look for because he won't come back to me. This is going to be interesting. Well, I got some guys queued up, so we'll see how fun this ends up being. Let's look at some of these teams here. So, not really worried about you first half, guys, because you're not one of us. Cooper Kupp and Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a good start, Adam. I love that start. Fatty's got Bijan and Tony Pollard. I love Tony Pollard, but I'm fading him this year because of the injuries coming off of. I don't like taking guys coming off severe injuries. Evan with Saquon and CeeDee Lamb. That's fucking awesome. I love that so much. AJ Brown and Devontae Adams, I love just as much. Got some good starts here. I like the guys that we're taking.
Saquon hasn't caught up yet. He's still ranked like way too low considering the signing just happened.
Yeah, the signing just happened. He'll move up to 5, 6, 7. Because honestly, he should be up there with Eckler if it wasn't for the franchise situation. That's the end. Oh my God, Jahmyr Gibbs went that fucking early? You son of a bitch. I was hoping he was going to fall to me. That motherfucker. That was a good pick in the 3rd round. And he was right to do it because Jahmyr Gibbs was not going to come back to him. There are people who will say that that's a reach. And those people are idiots. You have to understand where you're picking in a draft so that you don't get like screwed that way.
Speaking of which, Olave went 30th in this draft.
Which is fine. I don't mind, but Olave, where Olave went at that swing, he was not going to come back to him in the third round.
Mark Andrews got
sniped.
sniped.
That's your receiver. Yeah.
Who sniped Mark Andrews from me? Fatty, nice snipe.
Fatty.
Nice
yeah, Fatty's letting you know how he feels. Calvin Ridley. Evan just took Calvin Ridley over T. Higgins. I just want to make that perfectly fucking clear. Because I like Calvin Ridley, but you could have waited until that fourth pick and you would have probably gotten him. That's just a misstep here. Like, T. Higgins is a wide receiver 1. He's a low-end wide receiver 1, but he has established himself as that. This guy's got to make his pick soon because he's pissing me off. You son of a bitch. Evan doing that also made it so that I didn't get him. And this is me taking DJ Moore here because, as I said, DJ Moore's not going to make it back to me. I want A.J. Brown, DJ Moore, Devontae Adams as my wide receiver. Look, there is nothing wrong with him planting his flag on Ridley. There is a problem with him when he knows there's 4 picks. He knows I'm not taking Calvin Ridley there. So he's only going to fade Calvin Ridley in 2 spots.
I'm on my second beer.
That's fine.
Mine does take a stupid long amount of time to pick.
Why does it say it's my pick when it wasn't my pick? Oh, was it Evan's pick? You just auto-drafted T.J. Hawkinson, or did you mean to?
I meant to.
Did you mean to take... Okay. I like it there. Well, I don't really like Hawkinson this year, but if you like Hawkinson this year, I like it there, is how I will frame it. And I feel like that's how we should frame things. Like, if you like a guy, then yeah, he's good in that spot. I don't like him, so I don't think he's good in that spot.
Yeah, during live auctions, people are always like, who do you like among my receivers? I like this guy, and this guy. And I go, well, then I like that guy, and that guy. We're past the point of rankings. We're now betting on ourselves as best we can.
Yep. Why would you take TJ when you already have Mark Andrews?
I don't. Some fatty sniped.
No, Fatty said he was going to take TJ.
Oh, yeah, Fatty, what's going on?
I like Drake London so much. Oh, what do we got here left in the queue that I can look at? Oh, thanks.
Trying out double tight ends. Okay.
It's going to be interesting. This Jake guy needs to make a fucking decision here. He's killing me. Who did he take? Keenan Allen, DeAndre Hopkins. Good. This is how I want this to play out here. The big thing I was just looking at right now was how many guys need quarterbacks that have taken them before me and what quarterbacks I like. The only people like looking at quarterbacks possibly are Adam, Fatty,
me,
and Evan. Evan and mine. And I have guys that I like, so I'm just kind of hoping that one of them comes back to me. And I think there's enough of the guys that I like to come back to me that I'm not going to stress it to. So I can... I feel like I just talked Adam into Joe Burrow, but he took Joe Burrow before.
Joe Burrow 54th.
So I felt like that was going to happen.
Well, now I've been forced into taking Treelaw. Joe Burrow and Fields going rapidly. Wait, can I bounce it? No, I cannot. Okay.
I'm taking Herbert, so you technically could. But if this guy takes... Okay, he took Tyler Lockett. You would have been fine unless he...
Unless he reads my articles.
Yeah, but I got Kyle Pitts and Justin Herbert instead, so I feel pretty damn good. Like, this team is fucking fire. I love the 12 spots. Like, I got A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, DJ Moore for receivers. Kenneth Walker is my number one running back. Justin Herbert, Kyle Pitts. Like, that feels pretty damn good. Evan, you got Saquon, Calvin Ridley. That was such a reach. I like Hawkinson, Trevor Lawrence, Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb.
I like this team.
I know you do. I fucking love Bijan, Tony Pollard, David Montgomery, Justin Fields, Drake London, Mark Andrews. And he's going to get a good receiver on the back end here, which I like. Adam, I don't like Rashad Penny. He gets hurt. He's not that good. But he is going to be the lead back in Philly, so I get it. But Cooper Kupp, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chris Olave, that fucking stack is sick. That stack, I like your receivers as much as I like my receivers. I like your receivers more. Because I like
Plasma's got a good
AJ
team.
Brown. I like Olave over DJ Moore. I'll take Devontae Adams over Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think you got the edge there. But Miles Sanders and Rashad Penny and Joe Burrow, I'd rather have Pitts, Herbert, and Kenneth Walker. So I'm giving myself the slight edge, Adam. But right now, you are my favorite team outside of the other guys. Although I do really love Fatty's team, too. All right. What are we going to do here?
Yeah. So Ursay tweeted, "If I die tonight and Jonathan Taylor is out of the league, no one's going to miss us." That's pretty hard.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. Jim Irsay.
Ooh, that could be a fun move. Trying to build my board to fill my bench. It's so long to come back. I want to point out Houston, Terry McLaurin at 6.8. That was the other guy I was thinking of taking over Kyle Pitts, but I didn't think Pitts would come back to me. And I'd rather get my bet on the. But like I didn't think I could pass on Pitts there. Like the potential for a top 5 tight end, it just doesn't work out to me. Like I took the risk. I feel good about it. Oh, Christian Kirk, we had to just go now, didn't you? Wait, did he go? Where's my cue? There we go. He is gone. That was weird. Oh, Jahan Dotson, you son of a bitch. Okay, Adam. Fatty might have just passed you, Adam, with that pick. You like Njoku this year, don't you, Adam? I'm not sold. Marquise Brown, solid 4th receiver. Probably your 3rd receiver because Calvin Ridley should be your 4th receiver on that team. Yeah, I'm going to keep throwing Calvin Ridley shade the rest of this spring. Stay tuned. Mike Williams, Samaje Perine.
Dang it.
I love Perine as my second running back. Yeah, how did you not know I was taking Perine there?
So,
Just talked about this.
I don't know what's wrong with me right now. That's snake draft.
I believe it's called 2 beers.
Yeah. Am I only on 2 beers? Damn. That's why I'm doing so bad.
Yeah.
Need more.
All right. I like this, though. So my number 4 receiver, Mike Williams, also gets to go along with Justin Herbert. I got Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, like, his stock tanked. Like, people forgot that he had a rookie record. Like, he set a rookie receiving record for tight ends. Like, this dude is the truth. And I get that he's come back from an injury, but he's not going to have Marcus Mariota throwing to him anymore. Drake London looked a lot better in the last 4 games of the season after they benched Mariota. So it stands to reason that Kyle Pitts would be too, because he was running routes. Kyle Pitts is going to win leagues this year. You heard it here first. Probably not here first, because I'm sure other people did it. George Pickens and Jahan Dotson and Drake London. Fatty's like, I just want the 2022 NFL wide receiver draft class. And he's right to want that because that class is fire. Jahan Dotson's tape for me. I think Tony had the same thought. Was like, you look at him and you're like, he doesn't look like he should be as wide open as he always is. He's he's not a typical body type guy that you think is going to be a wide receiver. He's just so fucking good at being in the right spot at the right time and just getting open in space. Jahan Dotson, I like him. All right, Chope saving Adam from A.J. Dillon. But then you took Rachaad White, so, what did you really, fix? That's right, I'm going to start shit-talking you guys. But only because your teams aren't as good as mine. So I already got Mike Williams, so I'm not going to take Quentin Johnson. I'm going to move Mike Hugh. I'm going to need some running backs, though, at some point. Who are the running backs?
Yeah, I'm starting Zach Charbonnet at this point. But
You're
I got
starting
plans.
him?
I got plans. I mean, he's my second RB is what I mean. But I got plans.
Ooh, that would be a problem.
I got plans.
Ooh, I like you though. Anyone else I like? Yeah, I like you too. Ooh, right. I think I might have to focus on running backs with my next few picks because I do not like some of these guys. Back. Hey, luckily guys are let's get those kickers and defenses. Those things, that aren't just random.
Gotta reach for that 98th overall New York Jets defense pick.
Dude, I did pretty damn well streaming kickers last year.
You're the kickers. You're like the kicker streaming best in the industry.
I'm the only. Well, I don't even know if I think I'm the only one. There's me and one other guy on Reddit. Because no one thinks that you can predict kickers, and you fucking can. And I'm hoping to have that shit automated this year once I get Python down. Got to come up with a model for defenses too, but I think that's going to come out with my overall points point. Oh, I'm so excited! If this tool works, we're going to make so much money in betting. And I only need something that hits 65% of the time. That's if I can just get that kind of margin, it would do so well.
There we go. This is my RB2. There's my RB2.
Who is your RB2?
McKinnon.
Oh, McKinnon, you son of a bitch.
What kind of bets can you place on kickers?
They'll give you how many field goal they'll go field goals made kind of thing.
Okay, cool.
Treylon Burks, Roschon Johnson. Yeah. Speaking of 2022 wide receivers, Treylon Burks, also a fucking dog. Dude, I get the McKinnon love. I was going to take him there. And I knew he wasn't coming back. God, he was so good last year. And he's still, seriously undervalued for what he did last year and the offense that he's in. Evan, who are you picking here?
Running back of some sort.
That would be the right decision.
This guy's a dog.
See, I don't like Jamal Williams that much.
Why?
I think there's going to be touchdown regression.
Counterpoint, all he does is watch anime and play Pokemon. And give interviews about anime and Pokemon.
I love Jamal Williams as a person. As a fantasy football player, I feel like the ceiling's not there. My big concern. But actually, in the 10th round, it doesn't really matter. He doesn't, Kamara's going to get suspended, so. Jamal Williams is going to get looks. And also, they gave him money. And that matters. One of my big things in evaluating, players is sometimes you got to remember it doesn't matter what you think of a guy if he sucks. What matters is if their coaches think he sucks. And if their coaches like that player and they paid him money, he's going to get fantasy football production, even if you don't like him. Just because coaches love to force feed guys. So that's kind of how I kind of look at those things. So let's see some of these teams here. So my team here, I got Justin Herbert, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Kenneth Walker, Samaje Perine, Kyle Pitts, DJ Moore, Mike Williams, Treylon Burks, Sean Johnson. God damn, I love my team. Okay, 2 more running backs and a wide receiver, and I'll be good. Then a kicker and defense. Let's see. What's the next team I want to look at here? Let's look at Evans' team. Got Trevor Lawrence, C.D. Lamb, Calvin Ridley for $31. Saquon Barkley, Zach Charbonnet, T.J. Hawkinson, Jerry Jeudy. I like the setup there, actually, though. Marquise Brown, Jerick McKinnon, Jamal Williams. You got a solid team.
Going hero RB really seems to be what I'm going to need to do in these mock snakes.
Yeah, hero RB is the way to go because the top end wide receivers are so fucking good.
And with our Discord hive mind, we always pick all these great breakout RBs.
Yeah, you get if you don't have 2 your top 3 picks as wide receivers, I feel like you're doing something wrong. Fatty's got Justin Fields, Drake London, Jahan Dotson, Bijan Robinson, Tony Pollard, Mark Andrews, David Montgomery, George Pickens, Jordan Addison, Antonio Gibson. I still don't. My problem with Antonio Gibson is Washington. The coaches don't seem to like. So I don't really want a guy that the team's coaches don't seem to like because I feel like I think Antonio Gibson's a good player, and I think his coaches are dumb. But if his coaches are dumb, it's still going to limit his upside. So I kind of fade him. But honestly, Fatty, that's a good-ass team. I think Adam's going to have a team. Because Joe Burrow, Cooper Kupp, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Miles Sanders, Rashad Penny, but Olave and Njoku, Rashad White, I don't like. Elijah Moore, I dig. Brandon Cooks, I dig. Tyler Algier, I mean, if something happens to Bijan, the way they ran him, that's a good pick in that round. Then I'm up in 3 picks, so that means that Fatty's about to pick. And did Evan just take who I think he just took? Because he was in my board, in my queue, and he's not there anymore.
No, I haven't picked yet.
Oh, you haven't picked yet? So that means Fatty just took your guy.
That makes sense.
You took Portland Sutton. You got Michael Thomas going. You took, Kadarius Toney went to Brady there. My pick, Let us go, Raheem Mostert, Zay Flowers. I like Raheem Mostert. I think people forget that he was really fucking good in Miami last year for his draft field. Everyone's talking about a chain, and I think a chain might be too small to get a lot of volume, and that means that it's going to be one of the other running backs in Miami. And I'm going with Raheem Mostert because he was all right last year. I mean, it might be. Huh?
I don't know who I want.
Who was the other Miami running back?
I took Baltimore. I don't know.
Are you? Not Elijah Mitchell. You know what? I got to look this up because it's kind of pissing me off. Who was the other running back that was in Miami? That is not what I hit, you stupid son of a bitch. There we go. All right. Who was that? Jeff Wilson got some looks too. But Raheem Mostert had last year 891 rushing yards and 202 receiving yards. He had 1,000 all-purpose yards last year. It's not great, but I mean, for your 4th running back, I mean, why the hell not?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a usage guy, and his only competition, Chase Edmonds, Jeff Wilson, and Devin Achane. And I don't buy. I like Devin Achane. When he puts on some muscle, but people keep. I think I heard some Darren Sproles comparisons, and my problem with that is Darren Sproles wasn't really a fantasy relevant player until his like 4th or 5th year. He ended up bulking up and getting like bigger, but he didn't start that. And a chain is just a little bit too small for me to honestly trust him.
Oh, it's my turn to draft.
It is.
Fun fact, if you draft Abanaconda, you can make your team name Abanaconda Don't Want None unless you got buns, hon. Just pro tip.
I know it's my pick right now, and I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to pick. Okay. Pierre Strong, Miami defense. Hell yeah. All right. We're getting to the end of this. Yeah, Pierre Strong is a nice. I think Pierre Strong's a great late round running back flyer. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's going to be using the passing game in New England, and I think we're going to see Ramondre taking a little bit more of that Damian Harris role. So hopefully I'm right, because betting on the running back that you shouldn't be taking that isn't there, like that wasn't good last year in New England, is always a safe bet. Evan here has got, let's see how his team looks. We got Trevor Lawrence, CeeDee Lamb, Calvin Ridley, Saquon Barkley, Zach Charbonnet, T.J. Hawkinson, Jerry Jeudy, Baltimore Ravens defense, Marquise Brown, Jerick McKinnon, Jamal Williams, Michael Thomas, Israel Abanaconda, and Gus Edwards. Solid ass team. I think you draft better from the back than you do from the front.
Yeah.
But this is a much stronger team than your other one.
Yeah, it is.
Or maybe you just needed a practice one.
Yeah, maybe I just needed a warm up too. That's right.
Fatty got Justin Fields, Drake London, Jahan Dotson, Brian Robinson, Tony Pollard, Mark Andrews, David Montgomery. I like. There's something to be said about going hard at running backs early in drafts this year, and getting some of those wide receivers in the mid rounds that are just fun value, because Jahan Dotson and Drake London is a great bet when you have Pollard and Robinson running. Like George Pickens, Jordan Addison, Antonio Gibson, Cortland Sutton, Cole Kmet, and Darnell Mooney. And Greg Zuerlein finish it up, so I think it's coming back to me in a second. Is your pick, I guess, in Evan?
Whoa, sorry about that.
No, you're cool. I just saw that, like, what's his name just picked, and everyone's on auto draft. So Adam's got Burrow, Kupp, Amon-Ra St. Sanders, Rashad Penny, Njoku, Chris Olave, Jason Myers, Washington defense, Rashad White, Elijah Moore, Brandon Cooks, Tyler Algier, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Adam Thielen. And I got Nick Folk as a kicker because Nick Folk has made me a lot of money, so I like to draft him.
I like Brownie. On that same note, I'm liking Brandon McManus on the Jacksonville Jaguars. McManus was a legend in Denver, and Jaguars offense I think is going to be just fire this year.
Yeah, but I think the thing to remember is Denver is the easiest stadium to kick in.
Yeah, that is very true.
And the fact that they cut him, part of it is because he didn't have a good year last year.
That's true. Okay, well, coming down. I guess not all of Jacksonville's offense can be great.
No, well, I mean, the thing is with Jacksonville is he's going to get opportunity, and he did not have that in Denver last year. So I don't think, I think McManus was in a bad situation. For a bounce back candidate, I like him. He's a kicker I've grabbed in a lot of spots, depending on where it is. but there is risk inherent with that. That's all I'm saying. But also, no one was going to succeed in Denver. And I feel like there's a certain point where that's just soul crushing to be in. So I like McManus as a bounce back kicker that you can get late this year.
Nice. Thank you all for joining us. I'm going to cut the stream because my kids need to walk before it's dark. It's almost dark here.
And I need to call my dad, so.
All right. Call your dad. Wish him happy birthday.
Not that.
Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And we should be off the air.